up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 215. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
I'm not here without him.
And this week we watched Army of Dead.
Yeah.
I keep calling it
Supposed
the
to-
Army of Dead.
Yeah.
When I was telling people, I was like, it's the Army of Dead.
It's like,
It's just Army of Dead.
No, we're supposed to do it last week, but look, people, we're grown up. Fucking, we got responsibilities and shits, you know?
Yeah.
So, 215, get over it. You know what I mean? I don't know what else to say, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've been talking about Army of the Dead for like a hot minute,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, it's safe to say that we're all a fan of Zack Snyder, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, out of all of his films that he actually released the way that he wanted it to, I can't point or think of one specific film that was just like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know. So this is something we've been following, especially, he filmed this and, used it kind of to get his mind off of the whole Snyder Cut Justice League bullshit that was going on, which I respect, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I put some respect on my name, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because this was finished before they ever announced he was going to be able to release his Justice League.
Yeah, and all that shit was going on, and people were like giving him up the road about how terrible fucking Justice League was, and it's like, oh, I didn't release the Justice League that I wanted to release. So
Yeah, we've talked about it a little bit.
get off my fucking nutsack, you know?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, whenever we watched the trailer for it, and we had been going back and forth about it, like, you expect it to be, I expected it personally to be over the top action zombie with like this memorable cast of characters that are just these. I thought it was going to be Ocean's 11
Yes.
meets Dawn of the Dead.
Uh-huh.
You know, like that's what I thought it was going to be. And then that's not what it was.
Well, dude, when I was watching the opening,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought that was the movie I was about to get, like that.
Yeah. It
Like,
had a
this is gonna
very
be funny.
Zombieland.
Yeah, this is gonna be
Yeah.
funny, like over the top, like when they're shooting the zombie that's standing on the car with the 50 cal.
Yeah. And it just,
His
from
body
head
just
to
fucking blows
toe.
up from head to toe, just
Yeah.
this fucking, and then
Yeah.
just crazy shit happening, like, which we are gonna get some other stuff, so we might see some of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
But I'm expecting like, okay, because we know the premise, we know the synopsis kind of going into it. There's a safe. He's got to assemble a team. There's a reason why they're rushing. Let's
Yeah.
roll with it. So I'm assuming, because like that's one of my favorite parts of Ocean's 11 is them getting the team together, because you've got these wacky, zany fucking characters. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
like Dieter.
Of course. Yeah. But everybody else were just like
Okay.
military. Yeah. And
know-
then not only that, like he recruits the chick, he recruits the black dude and the German guy. And
Mhm.
then they just start fucking adding people.
Well, they picked the YouTube dude, and
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like,
they
I got a
picked the
couple of
YouTube.
homies. And it's like, sure, bring
Yeah.
them on,
Yeah, let's
I'm over
go,
here
you
like,
know?
this helicopter's not that big. And
No,
we got to
definitely
get
not.
$250 million in it. Like, dude, whenever they open the vault, you see all the money. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
we don't have
Two
enough
trips.
bags for this.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
we?
for sure, right?
And we got 30
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
Everybody
gonna
grab a
take-
bag.
Yeah. Everybody grab 3
I'm that one
bags. That's how
motherfucker,
much-
though, that when I get groceries, dude, I'll make one trip. And I would have been
Yeah,
like,
so
give me
as many
another one.
bags.
Give me another one.
Yeah. Are
I'm
you sure you
barely
can walk
inching up out of there. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
the elevator
right.
don't want to go up. Get
Yeah,
out
and
to
it's
the
like,
lift.
come on, man. So that's what I was expecting. I was expecting like, 7 zany, wonky
Yeah.
like characters.
You
You know
got
what I mean?
And you got a few serious,
Yeah, you got a few. Yeah,
no nonsense.
yeah. And then as they start adding people, of course you get dude's daughter. You know what I'm saying? Because like
She really
you gotta
fucked
have
all that
somebody.
up, didn't she?
Yeah,
Well, you had to have
exactly. You
somebody
gotta-
to fucking get everybody killed.
Yeah, yeah. You had to have that character that survives, ironically,
Yeah,
you know. Then you have to have like the straight hard ass, which is what we got. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And then other than that, I was expecting like crazy wonky. You get the YouTube guy, and I was like, this is kind of cheesy. The
yeah.
YouTube
He
guy,
didn't even
just a
aim when he
little.
would shoot at him.
No, I mean,
He would shoot them
no,
sideways with a machine gun
yeah.
and pop their
So
head
you
every
know,
time. He was like, he had aimbot.
yeah, and wall
I like
hack, you
it.
know. And then you get the fucking kid
I liked
that is,
the chick that he brought in. I liked her more than I did him.
yeah, yeah, I did too. Yeah. But you know, and then you see like whenever they meet up with Scorpion from Mortal Kombat
Yeah.
and he's going through the whole thing, you see this cool shot that's panning around
I got something to
everybody
say
as
about
zombies.
that. So that shot right there, where
Yeah.
they're all standing there, don't that kind of remind you of like a Avenger, like all of them
Yeah.
standing there, it's
Yeah.
panning around. It was in fact a little jab at Joss Whedon
Good.
because you're sitting there watching it and it's like, oh, this is badass, and then dude's like, wait a minute, but what happens when this happens? How he kind of
Yeah.
steps
And
out of it, and they were talking
yeah.
about he has like the most like impractical weapon, a baseball
Yeah.
bat with nails
Baseball
in it.
bat.
Like it's gonna get stuck in
Yeah.
their head, you can't get it back.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
like a little,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, why would
So,
he
and
do that? I don't know.
I don't know.
yeah.
I think it further proves to me that I personally am under zombie fatigue, and I'm still like I don't like I walked away from the movie very indifferent, but and that's on like a story and just the fact that it's a zombie movie, and
Yeah.
it feels more like, and I know Adam's chomping at the bit to get to it, but like the experimental nature of how this movie was made and some of the stuff that Snyder did, I think it's more like the movie's like a 2 hour test reel of like a different type of cinematography
Yeah.
style.
These are
Yeah.
the same
Well,
cameras he shot the Joker scene with in Justice League. Exact same
right.
cameras.
Well, and this is what I originally said when we were first talking about it last week, whenever we were talking about it with Corey. It's like, I like those cameras, and I'm glad that he used that as a way to experiment with it.
Yeah,
But
had it been a
I
different
think,
camera, it wasn't going to change the outcome of what happened. That's
no,
for
not at
sure.
all. But I think that style of cinematography and the way that lens and that camera is utilized would work perfectly in like a psychological thriller or a psychological horror film, because with everything being out of focus, and I like that aesthetic. A lot of people were bitching about how like, oh, it's
Everything
everything's so
behind
fucking blurry.
the point of
Yeah,
everything behind what you're supposed to be looking at, you can't see.
yeah. And I didn't mind that because I mean, naturally I'm going to focus on whatever important is going on within the scene anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
in a world right now that's populated by films that have so much shit going on in the background that videos and channels can exist where it breaks down the background of a scene
yeah.
where pivotal dialogue's taking place, but they're like, no, because this little silver handle was back there, and in that one movie they use silver handles, so that's totally a fucking Easter egg. And
Yeah, right.
and I feel like it's a great way of going, don't fucking worry behind it. Like pay attention to what my characters are saying.
Yeah.
That's the point of this scene.
Well,
Yeah.
Not how much shit I can throw at you and hope to God you pick it up, you
Or
know?
like you
yeah,
got people that are trying to connect shit that's not connected at all.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
oh, it's the same doorknob they used in this movie. It's like, well, in some weird, crazy, elaborate scheme to make money, they made more than one of those doorknobs. I mean,
yeah, legit, right? Um, but I love that claustrophobic feel
that's what it was. They
that
wanted it to be claustrophobic, the depth and
yeah,
fill just not be there. That way, when
yeah,
they're doing those scenes, like in those hallways, because
yeah,
you're standing just a few inches behind someone that's in focus, you're not in focus, and it's called the dream lens, and that's what it's supposed to be like a dream, like whatever
yeah,
you're looking at in the dream, like you can't see behind it.
yeah,
Your
yeah.
mind's like, we're not going to build that. We're not going to waste the RAM. We got 6 more
The
hours of
brain
sleep.
power. Yeah, yeah. Um, but all in all, as a zombie film, like it wasn't what I was expecting it to be,
No,
and I mean, Travis does have a point there. It's like, we all have zombie fatigue. I think that some of the ideas were interesting where you had, is it alien? Is it this experiment from the government? Like, what exactly is it? That coupled with the fact that you have one that is like way smarter and somehow able to reproduce, it's almost
Yeah.
like it's a whole new species. You know what I
You know,
mean?
I did look
Well, I
into
mean,
that.
that
Like,
seems
he's not a
that's
zombie. If y'all notice, like, he can grow hair.
well,
Yeah.
He can have a
it
baby.
seems
Like, he's not a zombie.
it's it seems to be a trend in films where we deal with like minion level supernatural stuff like zombies, werewolves, fucking vampires, all that shit. We've already seen it happen with vampires where we have a string of stories where it's not just one type of vampire, it's like a hierarchy. Uh they did the same with this film now. Uh I know Walking Dead is slowly putting bits of that in there, I think. And it's just the next trend. Like the next, like whenever they can finally get the formula right for werewolves, it's gonna go the same way.
Yeah.
Um, but I just don't think I just don't think zombie movies are gonna. There's not gonna be one that just blows anything out of the water. And it's not because The Walking Dead is the best. I mean, it's just that that was the spine for the zombie craze of the early 2010s for so long. It dominated for so long. And when you get on like streaming services now, you'll sit there and go through so much generic zombie shit,
Yeah.
all the sci-fi shows and all of that. And I'm sure if that is your niche in the cinematic pantheon and that's your stick, then that's obviously good for you. But kind of in the same vein how superhero films occupy most of the box office these days. It's these little genre takeovers that happen, and it's not necessarily in the way of like the western where it just slowly got outdone or whatever. Because you got to think of how long they were pumping westerns out since like the 70s, like
Yeah.
20, 30 years. And
Yeah.
the zombie film is kind of still in that phase where it still hasn't went away for a while. We haven't had a chance to miss it yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, and that's the thing, man. Like, whenever something, as far as like horror movies or anything like that's concerned, like zombie fatigue, vampire, werewolf, ghost, haunting, possession, like, in order to impress me with a horror film, it's going to have to be something that is completely out of left field. That is going to have to it doesn't have to reinvent the wheel or anything by any means. It just has to be incredibly well written. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the story's gonna
And
have to be.
but it's also visually got to be something we haven't seen before.
Yeah.
Like I'm tired of seeing the same rundown downtown scenery
Yeah. Well, look
that
at,
like a 13-year-old with After Effects can throw together.
yeah. And like, all right. So the main thing that I've been pointing at for like, I don't know, the last couple of months is like the new definitive horror experience. If you want it, it's there. Is Midsummer because it it's nothing new. It's not reinventing the wheel. It's the Wicker Man, right?
Yeah.
But but it's thinking far enough out of the box. It gives you all this imagery, all of this implications, all of this stuff. It takes place in like pure daylight the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And they were still able to build that tension and everything. It was unique and different enough to where if that movie was released at a different time where we were having like a renaissance of what horror movies were, then it would probably just be something that was kind of passed over and oh yeah, it was good for what it was. But since it came out when it did, when everything feels fatigued to me.
It's
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
stale.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, just out of a total ass pool, I've always thought the idea too that like with zombies, you usually get it you usually get it one of three ways. You either get it right as the zombie outbreak happens, you have it like not long not long after the outbreaks happen, but you don't see the outbreak.
Yeah.
And then you have the distant future outbreak where it's like that the how and the why don't even matter now.
Yeah. It's just living in this world.
It would be interesting to have a zombie story where you start with these characters and they're in normal life. You know, you follow the pivotal ones so that the reasoning for shit going down happens like it does. You write it correctly, of course, but you like for instance, if it's a TV show, season one, you don't even see zombies. You don't see none of that shit. And the first season is just these people and their life and building up their characters. The human shit that every zombie film ever that's ever been like went through a press tour for that matter, where most of the actors are, well, we really wanted to get into the human aspect of these characters and the post-apocalyptic landscape, and it's like, well, then give us their life before it. Don't make it part of the twist. Like, give us almost a full stream of thought where the beginning of the story, no outbreak, whatever. You're following a doctor, they're working at a lab, blah,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. Season finale, whatever drama between the characters, like some infidelity for one, betrayal on some other. You got the street kid that fucks over and
Yeah, the
is,
drug addict.
yeah, you have that
You
kind of
want to
shit.
know who the people were before the shit went down.
And then, yeah, but not done through backstory. I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm tired of that shit.
like lead in with that. Show us who the people are,
Yeah,
and then get
witness
to
the
the
story
shit.
unfold. That way at the end
Then
of
you'll
it,
know
that
their
happens.
character. It's like, oh, I already know this
And then
person.
season finale, the lab leak happens, whatever, final shot before it cuts to black. You see people sitting around the TV as they're like, we don't know what's happening right now, but like the government's moving in. We don't know what the hell why. The people ain't leaving the city. Stay tuned, cut to black. And then next season, by the end, you work that whole and that's when it just goes off the rails. And it's like, all right, we've got outbreak time. There's areas in cities where you can have really cool action pieces where, zombies have already fucked up the hospital. So now they're bleeding out into the streets and shit. And then it just,
Yeah.
and I mean, and once again, it's like we were stating earlier, you're not reinventing the wheel. You're not, but I think that's a fresher take than what we keep getting, which is
Yeah.
outbreaks happen. We're all PTSD'd by it. Uh, guess we'll go back into the horde.
Yeah. Well, and I think that there's enough room for it for a zombie film to exist in the same vein as something like Cloverfield, to where you don't necessarily see the zombie. The zombie's not the focal point; it's the actual survival of the characters, and
Just a result of whatever the plot's happening.
yeah, and because I mean, 28 Days Later is a fantastic zombie film, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of groundbreaking for what it was able to do when it was released. But if you take the same idea as like um, Cloverfield, to where you're following this group of people and all this crazy shit's going on around them, and you like never, because in Cloverfield you got glimpses of the things from time to time, but you never like outright saw what the creature
They're
was.
too
You know what
busy
I mean?
running, man.
Yeah. And it's like that would be an interesting concept for a it wouldn't even really be considered a zombie film. It would be, to me, it would be considered a survival film because, like, we don't know what it is. We don't know if it's
Yeah,
zombies. We don't know if it's aliens. Like it, and leave it open ended to enough so that you can still have like
Well,
debates
how
and
about this?
conversations about it.
Take your plot idea and use it in the time setting or the time frame at which the events of the strain take place. Because the more I think about it, the strain nailed exactly what I want to see, but with zombies.
yeah. The stream was
Right.
good.
Because in season one of the strain, yeah, we had our little vampire scary moments, but for the most part, we met Ephraim. He's still dealing with his CDC
Yeah,
shit, his personal life, all the things that are happening with that. And then by the end, it's like, oh, full vampire time. And then
Yeah.
through subsequent seasons, we get the eras that certain films take place in the zombie genre. Season 1 was all right, movie happened, and it's the outbreak. Oh God, tune in next time. Season 2, it's the fucking movie where it's like, all right, shit happens in the first 30 minutes, and then by the end, that's when everything shot to shit. And then by like the end of the show, it's like full on wasteland. Motherfuckers are like, hiding out in fucking holes and shit. There's constantly motherfuckers in the street doing stuff. Like it's not safe to be out at night, like that kind of shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, what it felt like, it's easy, it's somewhat cheap, and it kind of writes itself as far as like, filmmaking is concerned whenever you have the zombie film, right? Because I mean, it kind of
Yeah.
does write itself because whenever you start incorporating these monsters into it that are mindless, that are brainless, that react the way that they should react, character A walks into this room and knocks this over. What
Oh,
happens?
you're getting
Of
attacked. I mean,
Yeah,
it
exactly. I
writes
mean, it writes
itself.
its yeah,
And
Yeah.
I've got a proposal too for these zombie films that would make, if you have good character development and you write it correctly, it could actually be emotionally impactful. Um, to lead off with it though, I'll make the statement of I'm tired of seeing zombie films where it's like, you guys run while I blow them up.
yeah,
Like, here's my thing: if we're in a setting and time frame where like you're not going to the doctor to get that thing pulled out of you, like you're fucked.
yeah,
The deaths have to be stupid, and by stupid, they have to be like bitch ways to go. Like, oh, why did fucking homeboy die? Because he was trying to play goddamn apocalypse badass and was walking on the roof and he fell fucking through it and he landed and broke his goddamn leg and there's a horde of zombies around him.
yeah. Well, and I get why Snyder made this film. I understand it.
I
But I
also
do
get
think that
why I
there
didn't go to theater.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And recently WB Warner Brothers has came out and said cuz like he made Warner Brothers he made it for Warner Brothers and then Warner Brothers sold it to Netflix, right?
Yeah.
So, and then Warner Brothers came out recently and they're like, yeah, we wish we wouldn't have sold that. We wish that we would have held on to it and did a release in theaters. And the reason why is because um, Army of the Dead currently, as of this article being written, which was May the 31st, has been streamed in over 72 million
Yeah. It was
households.
#1 for a week on
Yeah.
Netflix.
And the number is just continuing to go up. And
Yeah.
that's like, its first 4 weeks, 72 million, which it probably wouldn't
It,
bank those numbers in
yeah,
theaters,
because
but
that's different. You're already paying for
yeah,
Netflix. It's on the home screen. You're like, okay, I'll watch it. It's Zack Snyder.
yeah, it's
Got
got
Batista.
Batista
It's
in it. Yeah,
action movie. So of course you're gonna click on it and watch it. Theater
yeah,
would have been a little different now,
yeah, it
but
would
they would have
have.
put it on their streaming service too. It would have been on HBO.
Yeah, and they could have done a joint release like they did with Mortal Kombat and all that other stuff. But anyway, like I get what he was doing. He's trying to walk away, or at least for the moment, step away from the big machine, the mechanism that is like DC and big budget and you know fans. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And fan expectations and things like that. And I think that to me, what it felt like was Army of the Dead was his reset button. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
that's his reset button to make a film. It's something that he really likes, that he really enjoys, and that's kind of it writes itself. It's not a huge hassle or anything like that. We get a pretty decent cast. Reset button. Let me make the film that I want to make before because like Watchmen, huge backlash. Justice League, Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, huge backlash. Sucker Punch, huge backlash. I mean, you go through 300's like the only film that he made that everybody was like, these fucking six packs are giving me a hard on. I need to see more of them. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
Well, I
that.
mean, and I think you nailed it with that statement because like all all personal opinion on it, all my opinion on it aside, yeah, like that's exactly what it is. And I still think it was just him just experimenting, seeing what he can do, and not have to worry about necessarily every shot having so much CGI detail, which I know this film had its fair share, but it wasn't in the traditional sense with a Zack Snyder film, I think.
Yeah. And and also him actually doing the cinematography himself. That way, like
He
if
was
he
a
fucked it
cameraman
up,
for 10 years, so
yeah.
it was on
Well, and
him. You know,
if he fucked it up, it was on him. Yeah,
he said he
exactly.
was surprised how much of the movie was actually in focus when he watched it.
Uh, which is crazy.
Yeah, because when
But like,
when they're on the set filming it, you're like, I think we got it.
yeah, we don't. Let's take a couple more takes of
Yeah,
that.
just in case.
Yeah. Um. But like at the end of the day, here's what I think would have made the film better, in my opinion. I think the film would have been better if Scorpion didn't approach them to steal the money. I think it would have been better if they
Like if they're going in to just get the head.
no. If they're going in just to steal the money before the bomb hits for
Okay.
themselves.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know
they
what I mean?
find out this money's in there. Well,
Yeah.
here's one of the ways you could have done that. Like this guy comes to him. Remember the guy that went in there with him?
Yeah.
And he's like, we don't mention Scorpion, but he's like, hey, man, there's a bunch of fucking money in a vault in there.
Yeah.
And if we get it, we can have it all. It's just going to
Yeah.
blow up. Instead of having that whole money. And this guy is like going in there. He's going in to get the head, but he
Yeah.
needs them to get him in there because it's like, when you look, I didn't even think about it until I saw Heavy Spoilers say this shit. He was like, they're going in there to crack this dude's safe that he owns. Why they got to crack it?
Yeah.
Why
He's
didn't he
got
just
the
give him a
combination.
goddamn combination?
Yeah.
Why didn't he tell them how to get in? Like, why do they got to do all this shit?
Yeah.
Well, I think he wanted them to die, probably. That's probably why.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
they wanted them all. I mean, they weren't. But then when the guy got the head, man, why didn't he fucking leave with it? He was right there by the entrance.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go?
Well, it's when you realize when dudes started backstabbing them that all of the survivor group, whatever, they were just bait.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
bait for that guy to use.
Yeah. 100%.
Because
And like,
they were all in places that he wasn't whenever shit was breaking down. I mean, that was the first sign too. Like he was always with people who were just a little bit back from the front. Like he wasn't up there really fucking leading
yeah.
the charge, which you'd think he would have, considering he had been on trips before,
Yeah. And he works
Yeah.
for the guy, you know. Whenever they meet with dude, there's a general standing there.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is he here?
Yeah. Right.
Can you put a hold on that nuke? Did y'all think it was funny how they kind of did the Trump thing with the president wants to
Yeah.
nuke it on the fort because he says it'll be cool and patriotic?
Yeah. Yeah. And there was a lot of that, like building the wall around LA and or Las Vegas and all that kind of stuff. Like, the implications were there,
Yeah.
But to me, it would have been way more interesting if it's just like Batista's down on his luck. He's did all this shit. The government could give two fucks about him. Like, he wants to make money. He wants to retire. The money's there, obviously. I mean, there was no way that they were going to be able to get the money out of that place
No.
while all this shit was going on. And if they would have just like, he's got to recruit a crazy group of people. They got to figure out how to get in and out, get the money in and out. And it's going to be almost like a suicide mission. But if they make it out, then they're rich.
Very rich.
And like, yeah. And to me, that would have been much more of an interesting, like,
that would have been
you
more
could have,
along the lines of the Ocean 11. Because I was
yeah,
excited about it. I was like, oh, it's like a heist movie with zombies. I was like, that's cool.
yeah,
I don't think I've seen that one,
yeah. And that would have been cool. I would have really enjoyed it if they done that, and I think that would have gave them a little bit more room to work to where you don't have to, because like I said, they only recruit a couple of people, but by the time they get ready to go in this shit, there's so many fucking people going with them
Yeah,
that
it's like,
it's
where did these guys come
unnecessary.
from?
Yeah, it's very unnecessary that the majority of those people went in. Like The one chick's like, I can get you in. She literally walked through
Yeah.
like 2 shipping containers and they were in. You didn't fucking
You
need
don't
that
need the wolf.
character. No.
And when they're all like getting ready to go in, and she's like, "Is everybody ready?" And they're like, "Ready." And they open it, and all of the horde's just dead.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Well, see, they're dumb, so they just stood out here in the sun. And they fucking just, She's like, when it
Decompose.
rains, sometimes they come back for a little bit."
Yeah.
And I'm over here
Well,
like, "Can we see that?"
I feel like this movie, despite our criticism of it, I think I think we didn't lose sight of the fact that the zombie movie and filmmaking, that's the fun movie
Yeah.
because they're in a way so much easy to like. They're such a good template to start filmmaking. I'm sure so
Yeah.
many directors out there, some of the stuff that no one will ever see. It's like from their youth. Like I'm sure they all made some sort of undead film,
Yeah.
you know,
I'm kind of
Yeah.
Night of the
and
Living
the
Dead type
and
zombie flick.
and the fun in that mixed with the times and all. Like I see why it came out, why it exists, why Snyder went to saw it as a viable option for him to do. Um, I had a point to it, man. I was trying to back up my point, and oh, I feel like it's gonna. It's one of those movies that's when we revisit it in the future, I feel like it's gonna age better.
Well,
Yeah.
especially now that you already know what happens. Like you already know
Yeah.
the story. Like going through that first time, I'm sitting there like, this is what we're doing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Something I noticed about this film. No real political agenda.
Nah, I didn't see any.
Because let's
No.
face it. I mean, let's address the elephant in the room right now. Most movies we're watching is coming at us in some angle. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what. The point of that angle is not the topic of discussion. It's there. The acknowledgement's more so what's important.
Yeah.
This didn't have it, and to me, that was probably one of the most refreshing aspects of this movie.
Yeah.
Because at this
Was that
point, you almost expect it to be
I
in a
didn't
movie.
feel I didn't feel like I was getting some fucking real world idea trying to get hammered into my head while I'm watching a movie about zombies.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that. Just that alone.
Yeah. I mean, all in all, it was what it was. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It sucks that Dalia didn't get to be in it,
Dude, in my mind, he was superimposed in those scenes.
Yeah, I
I
know,
just
but
pictured
man,
him. I
I
do
would have
think it is
loved
kind
to.
of cool the way they did that, man. Like they straight up superimposed. They reshot those scenes with her, like standing there walking and stuff,
Yeah.
and just put her over him.
Yeah.
They
Which is
didn't
fucking
reshoot it
crazy.
all. Like, dude, what's
Yeah.
really cool, and I actually saw some of it, like the shot where in the montage when he's like, you go into the bank, you do this, you do that, and it's showing everything. There's a rescue
Yeah.
chopper, and it shows them throwing the money in the chopper. So they had already shot that whole scene with everybody with Dalia. He's sitting in the front. So when they reshot that, they kind of had to do like what they did in Back to the Future, where they would set the camera a certain way and it could only move. Like it would have to copy the exact scene that they shot. They
Yeah.
had to
Yeah.
shoot the same time of day, so it had the same shadows. The camera had to be in the same place, and then they just put her in it. I mean, it did a lot of work to put her in there. A
Yeah.
lot.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it would have been a lot cooler if I was excited. That's one reason why I was so excited was
Yeah.
see
I know,
Dalia in the
right?
movie, and he was excited. But
Yeah. It is what it is, man.
Anyway,
Yeah. On the whole, I give it a half
it's
star.
a half star.
I
Man.
didn't think it was terrible, but also it was like, to me, it was built up as one thing: heist movie
Yeah,
with zombies, with an extra, because like you can just replace the zombies and like the ruined landscape with actual Las Vegas and cops. You know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I love a good heist film. You know what I mean?
Oh
It
yeah.
we it's few and far between where we get one that's very clever in the way that they do all this stuff. Like, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be an interesting, cool take where it's like they're robbing a
There's a
bank, or
Lucky
they're
Logan.
yeah,
Like a
yeah,
heist movie like
exactly.
that. Like
Yeah, yeah. and you get these wonky characters and all this crazy shit's going on, and it doesn't make sense until the very end when all the threads come together, and you know, like that's what I was
Yeah.
expecting with zombies and guns, like shootouts and stuff, like with the guns. But we got like not that, you
Yeah.
know, not that at all. I think that the version of the movie that I had in my head was better. you
Yeah.
you know what I
Well,
mean?
dude, when I
Like,
was sitting there watching that intro, I was like, fucking right, dude, this is gonna be good.
yeah,
Because I'm like,
yeah,
if we're going in like this, like you know, it's kind of over the top funny.
yeah,
You got Liberace over here playing,
yeah,
you know, zombie showgirls ripping everybody apart. Like, I was
yeah,
like, this looks like it's gonna be hilarious. It
yeah,
had the Zombieland feel, dude.
yeah. It
With
really
fucking,
did.
why the fuck was Batista wearing glasses, dude?
He's intelligent. I don't
I just
know.
thought that was
I'm
weird.
just,
I was like, he don't need to be wearing glasses.
yeah,
Um, one of the like the one of the when fucking Dieter, man, pushes him in that vault.
yeah. I
I'm like,
know.
no, not Dieter, man.
He was the best
Well, that's
character in
why
my
when I
opinion.
heard they're doing a whole thing like based around him, and I don't think it's like it's not heavy on the zombie shit because it's a prequel,
Yeah,
but it's gonna be him cracking safes and doing stuff, and because I really like that character, like I
yeah,
thought it was funny. And then by the time they get into the safe, like him and the black dude are fucking like this, you know?
yeah. They're best
Yeah, I'm
friends,
like, they're
dude.
gonna hang out after this. They're going to fucking
Yeah,
Cozumel together, like
yeah.
you know,
Right.
they're gonna be friends forever. And then it was like
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
And then once they started dying, man, I was like, everybody's gonna fucking die,
yeah.
everyone,
Everybody. And you don't even find out if the fucking bitch lives, the
right?
one that she got everybody killed for, you
Yeah,
know, like,
dude. If I was laying there, I was Batista, right, and he's dying, like you just fucked the whole mission up. When
yeah,
we realized you were gone, we had to leave. Everybody's dead now. We got
yeah,
no money. He's like, wait a minute, I got a little bit, you know?
yeah. A little
I'm biting that
stack, you
bitch,
know.
dude. When she fucking like sitting there, I'm sorry. I'm like, come here, let me tell you something. Ah, you know? Fuck you. You fucked the
Yeah,
whole thing up. Of course
and
she did,
legit
though.
though. Yeah,
Dude, they flew a helicopter from the top of that thing to the Olympus. Can we talk about how the head zombie's name was Zeus and his
yeah.
choice of hotel was the Olympus?
I know, right?
They flew a helicopter from the top of that hotel to the Olympus, and that motherfucker beat them there on a horse.
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean,
I got another thing.
magnets,
This
dude.
motherfucker wore, which I thought was clever, that he was smart enough to wear the thing on his head so they couldn't shoot him.
Yeah.
But why didn't everybody else have one that was smart?
Well,
You
he
know?
didn't make enough.
Well, it's like he didn't want him to have it. Like he was, it was like that was his
Yeah.
crown.
Yeah.
But I did read some stuff in here. I'm talking about how like, like he had that blue blood,
Yeah.
and Zack Snyder did confirm the robot zombies, and he said like those, you know, you can look at it several ways. Like maybe the government put those in there as plants to like, because they could walk around with them, see what's happening, like monitor,
Yeah.
or it could have been from something else. Like, but the main zombie Zeus, he wasn't a zombie. Like
No.
whenever the
Like they were
fucking
aliens.
yeah, those things out there, because you could tell the difference in them when they did their skin. Look, it was scarred.
Yeah.
They said they got that
Well,
from like a shrimp
if
like
you remember,
transparent, and
if you remember at the beginning of the film when he breaks out and he kills the guards or whatever, and they reanimate,
yeah,
they start talking to each other.
yeah, like they're the smart ones.
That's how I interpreted that scene.
Yeah.
Whenever the one looks at the other and does the whole like
Yeah.
disembodied noise or whatever, I feel like that's them talking. Like I felt like it was aliens.
Oh yeah,
dude.
oh yeah, yeah. They at the beginning of that shot, you can see the two ships go off, and we may find out in one of the other things like what happened, because like was there an attack or did they get something from an alien and try to test it? Because that guy was a soldier.
Yeah.
He had dog tags on. So it's
Well,
like some kind of new breed of like human mixed with some
well,
alien DNA that we just
well,
it
when
didn't
you
agree with us, you know?
well when you see it, or whenever there's like a headshot of one of those where you get to see the blue blood or whatever, it there's still normal like human blood in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means that it's not completely merged.
Oh yeah,
Like
they're
it's
not
a
zombies.
parasite.
Yeah.
So it's like body snatchers that can replicate, but the replication process just is like a zombie outbreak.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool, but just didn't get enough, like what happened here? Like,
Yeah.
That wasn't the point of the movie.
yeah, the money was.
The point was that dumbass kid, man.
Oh man. It's a half star, dude. I mean, as soon
Yeah.
as
I
it went
mean,
off, I was like, it's a half star, and
yeah.
you know, it
More
is what it
because it was
is.
just more so than Zack Snyder's filmmaking abilities. Because I think it's still, as far as cinematically speaking, it's still on point like the rest of his other ones.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Half star. What are you giving it, Trav?
I agree, half star.
So 1.5 across the board.
Yeah,
I mean,
I will watch the Dieter stuff and check out
oh
the
yeah.
other. I mean, I did like when I found out they were doing that. I was like, okay, so there's, because I just
Yeah.
felt like we didn't get enough time with those characters, like those. I wanted more of that.
Yeah.
That, like you said, that when he recruited everybody, that was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
they
it.
got in there quick. And this movie was an hour and
Two
50
and a.
minutes, or was it
No,
over
it's 2.5.
two and a half? It was
2:28.
kind of
Yeah.
long, man. Like,
It was very long.
but yeah,
Well, you want to talk about a couple movie news?
yeah, man.
We got a couple things here. We've got first of all, Seth Rogen's been working on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film, right? And I think we've talked about this before. He did what was it? It was Preacher,
Yeah,
right? And he's a fan, he's a comic book fan and all this stuff. So he wanted to kind of throw his hat in the ring of Ninja Turtles. So it says here the Heroes in a Half Shell will be back on the big screen in 2023. Last year, Seth Rogen announced that he would be the next person to reboot the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the form of a new CG animated movie. The actor and producer has just provided a new update on the project by tweeting an image of a sheet of notebook paper with various notes on the movie. At the top of the page is the date August the 11th, 2023, revealing the official release date for Rogen's reboot. Then we've got a screenshot here from Twitter of the paper. And then on down it says, it appears that the notes shared in the image were penned by Leonardo with the sword wielding turtle's name written in the upper corner. He highlights his weapon of choice along with his desire for discipline, honor, and loyalty. Additionally, Leo makes a note to apologize to April while also describing the different types of mutations. It makes for an interesting way of teasing the movie while providing the genuine release date, which was confirmed by Rogen in a follow up tweet. One word, Cowbunga, responded the official TMNT Twitter account. The reboot will not be connected to the prior incarnations of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which has had many different versions on both the big and small screen. Fortunately, Rogen comes into the project as a lifelong fan with a fond appreciation for the pop culture icons. Speaking about the movie in a Collider interview last year, Rogen offered a few details on the plot, suggesting the teenage part of the title will be what drives the story the most. As a lifelong, this was what he said apparently. As a lifelong fan of Ninja Turtles, weirdly, the teenage part of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was always the part that stuck out to me the most, Rogan said. And as someone who loves teenage movies and who's made a lot of teenage movies and who literally got their start in their entire profession by writing a teenage movie, the idea of kind of honing in on that element was really exciting to us. I mean, not disregarding the rest, but really using that as a jumping off point for the film. Then it goes into Michael Bay, what the origins of the turtles were. So we will be getting a Ninja Turtle CGI, and Look, man, I love CGI. I love live action, all that stuff. I thought that the live action Turtles movie was okay. It wasn't anything groundbreaking by no means, but it kind of would have been nice if they would have done a live action version of it. I know it's probably cheaper to do CGI at this point, but um, it
Definitely
is what it
easier.
is. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
What's going
Right.
on with that
So
piece of fucking paper?
that's Leonardo's notes, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, is this how he's writing movies? God damn.
What if it
He's
was
like,
though? You know
my
what I
dog
mean?
ate the movie script.
Yeah, right.
I love it,
And then
dude.
he's
He's
got,
got that S. Everybody drew that S in high school somewhere.
I know, right?
It's funny.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with it. I'm interested. May have to do it on the pod. Why not?
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Um, yeah. I mean, we'll see. Robert Rodriguez's Hypnotic begins filming this fall with Alice Braga and Ben Affleck. So, director of Alita Battle Angel is back with a mind bending thriller, Hypnotic. Announced as far back as 2018, Hypnotic is a mind bending action thriller about a detective who becomes entangled in a mystery involving his missing daughter and a secret government program while investigating a string of impossible high end crimes. The film is written by Rodriguez and Max Borenstein, who did the Godzilla franchise, The Terror. Rodriguez, Studio 8 CEO Jeff Robinov, and his colleagues Guy Danella and John Graham are producing with Solstice Studios. Production on the film will start in September the 20th, 2021 in Austin, Texas. I mean, he's going to shoot it at his studio, right? I mean, he's got to. Um, Hypnotic is directed by Robert Rodriguez and stars Academy Award winner Ben Affleck and Alice Braga. The film was originally set to begin principal photography in April 2020, but was shut down due to the coronavirus outbreak. This will be Robert Rodriguez's first film since 2019's Alita Battle Angel, though he did direct an episode of The Mandalorian. Braga will next be seen in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, starring alongside Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, and Viola Davis. She rose to fame with her star in City of God. I'm not going into all that. Or Ben Affleck. I mean, we fucking know who Ben Affleck is. Um, so anyway, Robert Rodriguez. I always enjoyed Robert Rodriguez. I always thought he was a great filmmaker. So I'm interested. Like him doing a action thriller, a
Hmm.
mind bending action thriller. It sounds to me like he's dipping his toes in a little bit of
Tenet, what's his name?
Nolan's
Yeah,
bathwater.
he's
You
got
know
a
what I'm saying?
Nolan on the
Yeah.
back of his head.
It's giving
That
him
that
ideas, dude.
that could be great.
Yeah, it could. Uh Robert Rodriguez has always been fascinating, so I'm very interested to see how that is. We got some Borderlands news here. Eli Roth is doing the Borderlands film. Says coming in hot on a Monday morning, Borderlands star Jamie Lee Curtis has offered a tantalizing tease of the upcoming video game adaptation, courtesy of a new behind the scenes image. Though rather than offer a glimpse at her own character, Dr. Patricia Tanis, the actress has instead teased the arrival of Kate Blanchett as the infamous outlaw Lilith. Um, so it says Jamie Lee Curtis captioned the image with "Welcome to Borderlands" and a secret BTS shot I took of Lilith, our legendary heroine, psycho blasting, vault hunting vixen with a bad attitude. Hashtag Kate Blanchett. I didn't know that she had a hashtag.
Yeah.
From the brilliant minds of at Borderlands Film at Eli Roth, Gearbox, blah 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 blah. So really I just wanted to mention this because we have got some casting news. We've got Jack Black playing Claptrap, Jamie Lee Curtis is playing Tanis, um, Kevin Hart's playing Roland, um, Ariana Greenblatt is playing Tiny Tina. Um,
Is it gonna be rated
Florin,
R?
it's got to be
Well, when you hear
the
that
game.
cast line, especially when you hear like Jack Black, Kevin Hart. I'm like, all right, can we? All right, I know we're getting in that jungle. What's that shit? Jumanji kind of thing with the
Jumanji.
game with
Yeah,
everything. But I'm like, let's go rated R with this though. Let's don't. Which it
they've
does
got
have
to.
Eli Roth, man. I just don't picture him doing a damn Disney movie. Like,
No, not at all. So I think that it's going to be like, look, here's my thing. I think that there's enough breathing room within the Borderlands universe. You know, they're adapting the major characters, but to me, they don't have to adapt, you know, scene for scene, story for story, mission for mission of what Borderlands was. They can just take the general idea of what Borderlands was, make it completely insane, over the fucking top, funny, gory, and just run with it. And I think that that would be the best way to approach this film. And it's crazy that like Eli Roth, you know, Eli Roth is the horror guy, right? Like he
yeah,
mainly does
Cabin
horror films.
Fever.
Yeah, you know, um, he's doing it. And then you look at all the people that's attached to it so far.
Some big
It's
names.
like, yeah, they're getting you know, an all-star cast attached to this, and it's like they're really building this up into, this may be the greatest video game adaptation ever. It could be.
Could
I
be.
don't want to stick I don't want to stick my foot in my mouth
Yeah.
by any means, but it could be.
Got the
And I think
potential.
that I think they're on the right track. And I think that Eli Roth's weird fucked up humor lends itself to this in a positive way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's got some weird fucked up humor. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
next up, Paula Shore teases Encino Man 2. Paula Shore celebrating the 29th anniversary of Encino Man. 29 years.
Crazy.
By once again, yeah, teasing a sequel. Directed by Les Mayfield and starring Shore alongside Sean Astin, and Brendan Fraser. Encino Man was released in theaters by Walt Disney Pictures in May of 1992. It follows two geeky teenagers who befriend a caveman. We know what Encino Man
Yeah.
is. It was a hit at the box office. Recognizing the anniversary of Encino Man's premiere, Pauly Shore took to social media to post an image from the set of himself alongside Fraser. He further teases the possibility of Encino Man 2 by reiterating that he's ready to reprise his role for the potential movie, as are both Fraser and Astin.
He's been
It,
trying to get that movie made for a minute.
I wonder why they haven't.
Well, and I kind of feel like at some point they will, because they've done another Coming to America, another Dumb and Dumber, another, we're going back and recycling old properties and popping another one out. But I mean, and I watch it,
Yeah.
I hope we get like fat Brendan Fraser. Can you imagine that the caveman's all fat now and like he's
got a
playing Call of
family.
Duty,
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I mean, seeing it updated, like he's got, 5 million Instagram followers because he's a caveman. Just
Yeah.
it could be
They could do a
funny.
lot there. Yeah, they could do a lot there. Says 29 years. This is what he said. 29 years ago this weekend, Encino Man hit the big screen. Here's a personal pic with myself and Brendan Fraser on the set. Peace, Priest Brendan. Miss you. Hope you're doing great in this crazy world. And you guys know what Brendan's peace sign means, right? Encino Man 2, dudes.
Yeah.
Hit up Disney Plus and tell them myself, Brendan, and Sean are ready for the sequel. Have a great Memorial Day weekend, everybody. We'll be wise in the juice.
Yeah. Louisa, Disney Plus is gonna be like, you're gonna have to get more than 19,000 likes, buddy. Like, you'll say
Yeah, right. For real. Like legit,
but it will. It
Hey,
could be fun. I mean,
I mean,
it's gonna. If you get another movie, it's just gonna be a silly goose time.
yeah.
They're all older.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
and
and then they do something like this. It's like Brendan Fraser has like a kid now that he's trying to teach. They're trying to help him because he has a hard time like showing his kid things. That's something they would do. Like,
yeah. It's like 3 men and a baby.
Yeah.
Except it's 3 men and a kid.
Two guys and a caveman, like,
yeah,
and a baby.
Yeah, right. And the caveman kid's got like a huge ass head. Like this head's huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
big forehead.
There's a lot you could do with that though. You even think about doing. They do something like this, like in this. It's a movie about. It's a movie about a movie where
Yeah.
this production company wants to come make a movie about this caveman,
Yeah.
and they're involved in all of that, and then they're trying to, like a Jay and Silent
Yeah.
Bob kind of thing.
Yeah.
A lot you
Yeah,
could do
man.
with
I
it.
mean, there's tons of things, and like watching them try to like navigate technology, and it
Yeah.
can be, the message of the story is like it doesn't matter if you're a caveman or
Yeah, it's so easy a
you're
caveman could do it.
well, I mean, like think of like he's trying to figure technology out. Like everything now has been automated to the point where you have to rely on technology, and he just doesn't have the fucking ability to understand. And like these two guys could either be, one of them could be good with the technology, one of them could just be like, I don't fuck with, and it could be that parallel where it's like now with the generations that are growing up now, they know how to use a computer. Our grandparents
Yeah.
have no idea how to use a computer,
They
right?
they can most of them can
I
work a
mean,
phone.
they can, but they can't use it to the
Well, they're
same
still
extent.
calling and asking you how to do shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like they just,
Yeah.
it's like, you could just look that up.
Yeah.
Watch a
And they could
YouTube video.
really, yeah. And but that's going away because like,
It is.
my mom, stepdad, they know how to use technology not very well, but enough to get
But they
by to
also
do
know
whatever
how to
they
look
need to do.
shit up
Yeah,
and that they
exactly.
can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. So that idea that's going
It's going
away.
away.
So I think it would be nice if they took that idea and kind of did like a swan song with it where it's like, you know, as the older generation is dying out, then the younger generation that's coming up has adapted technology and, you know, kind of refined it so much, used it so much that they don't have that problem. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So but anyway, that would be interesting. I'd be interested in see what they do with it. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're gonna make a movie, but I'd watch it.
I kind of hope they do. I mean, I would if they took any of those Pauly Shore films and did a sequel to them.
Mm-hmm.
I
Son-in-law?
mean, could you fucking imagine?
Dude, I love
Could
Son-in-law, man.
I do too.
It's a funny
Could you
movie.
imagine
The
like modern day?
Weasel.
Yeah, Middle America ripping the fields. Ahoo. So
Yeah.
it is. Last up that I've got is Spider-Man: No Way Home main villain revealed.
Huh?
Um, at long last, it appears we have a sense of who the main villain in Spider-Man: No Way Home will be. The operative word being main in this case. More on that in a second. Up to this point, much has remained secretive about Tom Holland's third solo adventure in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but details have slowly been making their way out into the world. Whether Disney and Sony like it or not, and now a crucial detail has emerged which potentially reveals a lot about the movie coming our way. Warning, possible spoilers ahead for Spider Man No Way Home. Proceed with caution. During a recent episode of the Snyder Cut podcast, host Jeff Snyder.
Clever.
It's kind of fucking clever,
Yeah,
dude. I ain't gonna lie. Discussed the recent casting of Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter in Sony's upcoming Spider-Man spinoff movie. That prompted speculation about the possible formation of the supervillain group known as the Sinister Six. That's where things got interesting. While Snyder did not know if Craven will appear in the Spidey solo sequel, he said it's obvious that they are building to the Sinister Six. And then he explained that Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, who previously appeared in Sam Raimi's Spider Man trilogy, will be heading up the group. And this is what he had to say. I had heard that No Way Home wasn't in reference to Spider Man, it was in reference to the villains. The villains are coming out of these different alternate dimensions. They don't have a way to get home. The villains that I've heard, and Sony has obviously copped to the fact that Doc Ock is in the movie, Alfred Mullen, and Jamie Foxx's Electro. Those are the only two that we really know. I'm pretty sure that Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin will be the main villain in this film. So that's three. Sandman, Rhino, and Lizard were the other three that the host had heard as rounding out the Sinister Six lineup. We had heard rumors of Thomas Hayden Church returning as Sandman, having previously played the part in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 3, but that has yet to be confirmed. And does that mean Paul Giamatti would be back as Rhino from the Amazing Spider-Man 2? Uh, Ray's Ilfins the Lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man. In any event, this is a lot of information to process and reveals a great deal about what is potentially coming our way later this year. We know that the MCU is getting ready to explore the multiverse. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is coming next year. The casting of Jamie Foxx and Alfred Molina, who appeared in both previous iterations of the Spider-Man franchise, further confirmed that. The idea that Green Goblin would return to lead the Sinister Six asserts asserts that Marvel and Sony are going all in on this idea. But let's not get too excited until the details are confirmed or denied by the studio. It's also worth noting that both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who played live action versions of Peter Parker in the past, will star alongside Tom Holland. And it says No Way Home is currently set to hit theaters in December the 17th. So we talked about this a little bit. I brought this up, what was it, a couple of days ago?
Yeah, on the
I think I
podcast.
saw it
We
on
were on
Facebook.
Discord.
I mean, yeah. So, like, I mean, name a more icon. Like, all right,
Yeah.
Doc Ock, yes.
Yeah.
Doc Ock, fantastic villain, iconic villain. But we wouldn't get Doc Ock if it wasn't for Green Goblin.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, and William Defoe's portrayal of Green Goblin was incredible.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I can't see anybody else play Doc Ock. I can't see anybody else play Green Goblin. And I know that,
At least not that good.
No, not the way that they played those characters.
Yeah.
So, it makes me very interested if they do this, if Disney future proofs to this extent with Spider-Man, like what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a ballsy move for them to do that. And remember, they wanted to do the Sinister Six stuff, and they were building up to the Sinister Six stuff in Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And then that movie, it didn't
That
pan
just
out
kind
the
of fell
way.
apart.
Yeah. And I know that they want Sinister Six, and they want that to be a thing. And I mean, it makes sense for Sony to want that because they have the rights to all Spider-Man's rogues gallery, and he has a fantastic rogues gallery.
Yeah.
It makes sense for that because the implications and what they could do with it is kind of limitless in a way because you could have Venom fighting the Sinister Six, you could have Sinister Six standalone movies where it's almost like the Suicide Squad for whatever reason. Like they could do all kinds of different shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, this also seems like it's going to be the big bang. They're using Spider-Man as a metaphorical big bang so
Yeah.
that he doesn't have to be in the film, or if he is, he doesn't have to be the main character.
Yeah.
yeah,
Now he's connected. Everyone's connected. Well, you
Yeah.
talked about it before, man. It's like they're setting them up with a silver platter here.
yeah, they are.
I mean, after this, it's like they'll be able to do tons of shit. But dude, whenever you
Yeah.
hear about everybody that's gonna be in this movie, and it pretty much at this point, it's like everybody.
Yeah.
Or
All three Spider-Mans, all this, all that. It's like it's just like some classic, comic book where they all come together. It's some comic book shit, dude.
or
Yeah.
they could have a way to where this is a setup for Marvel so that even if Sony is if they kind of change their position and become more cooperative, now Marvel can kind of step on them and go, you know what, we have no interest in making Spider-Man movies for a while. We have saw all these other characters.
Yeah. Well, and there's a lot of stuff that they could do with those villains. I mean, could you imagine if they did something very sinister or very Sinister Six, very like Suicide Squatty with them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
Where
mean,
it's like,
considering all the content we're getting from Marvel and Disney now, I mean, it's really the most abstract idea makes sense now.
Yeah, it really does. Yeah. And the idea of like no way home is the fact that the villains have no way of getting home. Like they're going to be it's kind of a genius idea really if you
Yeah,
think about it because like
Well,
they're
now
going to
backstories don't have to be done.
yes.
Origin films
we've
don't
already
have
had
to
it
be
all.
made.
Yeah.
Like,
And like
and it's a good way of just using the already established cinematic origins that these villains have.
exactly. And then you've got like okay, so if they bring Osborn into what would be considered the Disney Marvel Cinematic Universe, then what does Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin and Osborn do to this world's version of Osborn? And does that birth Hobgoblin? Or does that, like, does he kill him and take everything over? Like, the ideas are it, it crazy. It's just fucking
If,
nuts to even think about.
yeah, because if they pull this off with Spider-Man, that's only going to leave two. Yeah, it's only going to leave two properties that is not completely unified under the shared universe, and
Yeah,
that's the
Venom.
it will no, it's actually like that would be two because if Venom is connected to Tom
Yeah,
Holland Spider-Man, I mean, this movie is gonna umbrella all of the Spider-Verse,
yeah, yeah,
but it's gonna leave the original Fantastic Four films and Blade, dude.
I have a question. Y'all were talking
I
about
s-
if it, that Disney could be like, ah, fuck you, we're gonna go off and do some stuff with these other characters since y'all don't want to play ball. Um, so like anything in the Spider-Man like universe, does Sony own all
hmm
that?
yeah. They
So
own all the
any
villains.
Spider-Man character, that's theirs.
Yeah, like
Okay,
Black Cat, Venom, Carnage, all the
okay,
heroes and all the villains that fall under Spider Man. Yeah,
okay.
which is fucking nutty.
Yeah, I do believe that Disney will purchase it at some point. They'll own
They're
it
gonna
before
have
it's said and
to.
done, dude.
Yeah,
I mean, why wouldn't they?
yeah,
I think it's the best part of all of this is that it's gonna find a way to make Sam Raimi's Spider-Man part of the story and
yeah,
actually cement it, and
Yeah, connect it
that's
all.
really that's really
That
cool
is cool.
as a longtime fan of these fucking movies and shit. Like,
yeah, yeah,
that's probably one of the it's one of the more touching aspects of Spider-Man's like business property, whatever you want to call it, like
yeah.
outside of like the stories and shit.
The only other thing that they could do to bridge a gap that would be as meaningful as that is if they somehow connected the OG X-Men stuff into it in a similar way.
I think, well, one could argue that by utilizing Quicksilver and WandaVision, that did that.
Yeah, I know. But you know what I mean?
Whether it be illusion or not, and I mean, all you need is just one still shot that can confirm it. You know,
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like if you see Hugh Jackman, Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, any of those people show up in
modern
any
film that would be
yeah,
amazing.
They'll do it at
yeah,
some point, man.
Well, I mean, it would be really cool if say we get further in the timeline and we're dealing with James McAvoy's Professor X. If we have a X-Men film where he's having to do some shit for whatever reason, and he's got to talk to a version of him or a future version, or well, for whatever,
yeah,
and it's fucking Patrick Stewart, man.
yeah. I mean, because like James McAvoy, Michael
Something as simple as
Cockbender,
that, you know.
yeah, all them. It would be great to see them,
Did you
but
say
like,
cockbender?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's toting a fucking
I
Hogan,
was
dude.
almost certain you said it, but I had to make sure. I think
I mean, he
when I think when I hear people say his name, I just replace it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah,
Michael
dude.
Cockbender and Benedict Cumbersnatch.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but I mean, if like it would be cool if they pull those characters into it. But you see, the big three, and the big three to me is Hugh Jackman, or um, you know, Patrick Stewart
Oh
or
yeah,
Ian McKellen. And two of those you better lock in quick because they're getting older. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well,
Like,
oh yeah, yeah, the two. But even with Hugh Jackman, dude, they could make him look 20 years younger.
yeah,
And the other two.
yeah,
The only difference there is like, we don't know how long those dudes gonna be around. So if we're gonna
exactly.
get a cameo somewhere,
Yeah, we need to do
I
it and
feel
do
like
it quick.
something will happen maybe in the wow, what's the Ryan Reynolds?
Deadpool?
Yeah, because they signed this like crazy, 20 something picture deal with him. So I know they're gonna do a lot with him.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens
I don't
with
know,
it,
man. It's
man.
like after they made Endgame, they were like, we want to do
What
more
do
of
we
these where we
do?
just flood, where people are like, oh my God, because we got used to it for a while. Like, you got a
Yeah,
Spider-Man movie, you might get one or two villains. That's
yeah,
it. But now they're doing these things where it's like, what if we put like 20 fucking characters in there and 3 fucking Spider-Man?
yeah,
I'm still banking on, we talked about it before, I'm still banking on like one of the Spider-Man's gonna die. I think. I think
yeah,
it's gonna be Andrew Garfield. I'm gonna start calling
yeah.
him
I
Andrew
think so.
Garfunkel.
Yeah,
We had talked about that before. Well, I like if they can kill one of the Spider-Mans, then imagine that's how it all comes together. Like they
yeah,
kill him, it's like, whoa, Spider-Man's dead. And then like, they do that thing like they did in that other movie where they were like going over to the other universe and they pull him in
yeah,
like, we need your help here.
Well, I think it
They
would
killed
be interesting
Spider-Man.
if they
It's like, what?
it would be interesting if they pulled almost the Doctor Who, where you know Tom Holland deals with these villains the majority of the film, and near the end, you know, whenever they're all getting their
Have a
asses
little
kicked
help
and
from my
sent back,
friends.
well, he has a moment where they all three meet and they're like, Tom Holland fills uh Toby and Andrew in on what's going on and
Yeah.
how they can handle it on their end in their universe.
It would just be
yeah.
cool to get a scene where it's like all 3 of them fucking swinging around.
Well, I
I
mean, you
know,
got to
right?
think Toby Maguire's up there, man. He's not going to be as agile as it would. I feel like he would die to be the heavy emotional weight of the film
Hmm.
because Garfield could still perform as Spider-Man.
Well, and Garfield was an incredible Spider-Man, but a fucking terrible Peter Parker. You know,
Yeah.
so but there's chance for him to redeem himself, and they could. I would be okay if Sony's like, look, you guys continue on with Tom Holland. We're gonna take Andrew Garfield. We're gonna bring him back, and we're gonna continue to do Spider-Man shit with him. I would be 110% okay with that because I loved his Spider-Man. I didn't like his Peter Parker. He was a whiny bitch, but I really enjoyed what he did with his performance in the suit.
But they would still have to have the agreement with Sony to use him, right? I mean,
Um,
that's their character.
well, I'm saying if Sony wanted to use Andrew Garfield to
Yeah.
continue that way, and then Tom Holland just be on, um, the MCU's door front.
I feel like after that deal, man, where they let him come in and with the, Tom Holland, like
Yeah,
the proof's in the pudding, dude, and they're fucking making
yeah,
money hand over fist. And if they want,
yeah,
they can purchase the character. I think it was like $7 billion. Dude, they
it was a
wanted more
lot.
money than they wanted for the Star Wars franchise.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
they just know it's guaranteed. When you look at how much money they make,
yeah,
it's just they make their money back. You know?
yeah. Uh, Especially when the last Spider-Man film
Yeah,
was like, it grossed all the money. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
But see,
it made
that's
so much money.
that's fucking Marvel being involved in it. That's Disney. That's
Here's
Feige.
what I'm wondering: how how do you give Spider-Man 3 grand entrances in one film?
Well, I mean,
It's got to be
that's
clever.
Well, we could have had that same discussion for like, how do you bring back the almost entirety of the Marvel universe in one moment? And they fucking did it
So I'm
in
saying they got
Endgame.
it figured out.
Like that scene was so like whenever you watch the audience reaction and
Yeah.
you hear
Yeah,
people cheering and people are fucking crying and everything
and
because these characters came
When
back.
he's like on your
and I
left.
agree, and I agree. Yeah, and see, because I think when it comes to Marvel specifically, even though the Avengers and Endgame and all of that was incredible for for what it was, Spider-Man, I think, is going to hit different for everybody on a much deeper level than Endgame, because Endgame was so grandiose. You know what I mean? It was so large in scope. It was the Lord of the Rings of Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man is always this intimate struggle with Peter Parker's personal life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Spider-Man is meant to be, it can be translated into a very emotional story.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like in
And
Endgame,
they
man, they
have,
used him like
and from
like he was a big part
yeah,
of that.
well, from pure source material all the way to just how they've been depicting him in live action. There's so much good ingredients available right now to make some of the some really touching moments that are going to
Oh
make
yeah.
this movie incredible outside of just costume heroes fighting.
Yeah. Well, and they kind of already more or less prototype this out, right? With um the Spider-Verse animated film, right?
Hmm.
Because they had different Spider-Man from different, realities or whatever in that film, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of prototyped it out there, and that movie made a lot of fucking money. And people, I still haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it. I just haven't got around to it. You know what I mean? But a lot of people swear by like it's one of the best animated films ever made and all this
Into
kind of
the
stuff.
Spider-Verse.
Yeah, yeah,
I've heard that's
Absolutely. Of
great.
of of all of the stuff, of all of the other
I need to
Spider-Man
watch that.
properties outside of the Tom Holland films, the video game storyline and Into the Spider-Verse were both very well written stories.
And see, that's one of the
right.
things. Like when it came out, I didn't watch it because I was like, "Fucking Sony made that. I don't want to," But then everybody
Yeah,
was like, "Dude, that shit's fucking good, like really
right.
good. It's got Spider Pig in it." I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah, yeah. So
The ending to the Spider-Man video game was almost on par with the movie, man. It was amazing.
that's fucking
Dude,
awesome.
since you're
I
talking
th-
about Spider-Man, I did see where the guy that voiced the animated series passed away.
yeah, that sucks, man. I love that Spider-Man animated
Yeah,
series,
dude.
man.
Dude,
Like
the
it
guy
was
that voiced
very
it, I glanced at the article.
Oh
Like the
man,
guy that
I can
voiced
hear
it
the
did
good.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. He did voices in that,
I
um
can hear the fucking guitar theme already.
yeah.
and like look at
Well, I
all the
mean,
memes that were born out of it.
well, I mean, it was such an important part of my
I
childhood.
used to watch the
Like
shit out of it, dude.
yeah.
That
So
was definitely one of my Saturday morning cartoons, man.
yeah, that the X-Men
Fucking
animated series.
Batman,
Oh yeah, it was a
Yeah,
power hour, dude.
Ninja
yeah.
Turtles, like
I even like the Hulk one and the Iron Man one. Like,
Gargoyles, which I know is not part of all that, but I fucked
but
with
it's
it.
still there.
That
But
Gargoyles
dude,
had that Batman look to it.
Spider-Man
yeah,
and X-Men, man.
they've been talking about doing a live action version of Gargoyles for a minute, and
They'll eventually do it.
yeah, I think that they're afraid to do it because their people are very passionate.
Yeah, and they've never done it. But I think the
Yeah,
CGI is there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
don't get me wrong. And when Disney Plus dropped, I, like a lot of people, pulled up Gargoyles and gave it the old nostalgic run through. Um.
You watch it all?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, I didn't. I didn't finish it. I got about halfway.
How
Um.
many seasons? Because I don't. Back then you didn't even know. It just came on.
It wasn't many, man. I think it was like three,
Okay.
maybe four.
That's why
forget,
you saw a
but
lot of the same episodes.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, it would make a really cool story and a good movie, but it was made in that era of Disney where it wasn't. I don't know, like it's an awkwardly mature story
it
for an
is.
animated show,
Yeah. Yeah.
It was kind of dark.
and yeah, and I don't know how they would try to. I I feel like
Well, they would have
they
to
would
make it
have
for
to.
us, not. It
Yes,
wouldn't
Yeah.
be marketed to kids, and
yeah,
that'd be for
yeah,
us.
And that would be okay. I mean, because now if you asked any of the younger kid, like 10 or under, I would even say 15 or under, hey, gargoyles, they're gonna be like, what? Like the statues?
Yeah,
And
they
it's like,
don't.
no, dude.
They don't know.
Yeah.
They have no
Yeah.
I mean,
idea.
honestly, they could do a movie out of just the first couple of episodes. Honestly, so much fucking happens that's on just a movie level.
Yeah.
The whole concept of them and like they did, they
Oh,
do
but
it in the
wait,
past where like
hear me out here.
this where the corporation's getting the
All
castle
right, they
or
could
getting
do a
the
movie,
gargoyles removed from it and
or
showing how they got there,
they could do a series.
Like a live action.
Yeah, instead of doing the movie, that way you're not banking on fucking theater and all that. You put it on the streaming service. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, they've done it with. I mean, look how many series they've pumped out. That was everything was been great so far.
Yeah.
They could pump out a little series, dude. A little, and you don't, and it's not one of those things. It's like it's not going to drag out, but then you got some playroom. That way you don't make one movie and people are like, man, it would be cool if you'd have made another one or another one. Like, well,
Yeah.
let's just do 10, 12 episodes, and then that's
Yeah.
it.
That's all she wrote.
Cause I'm into the series, man. Dude, there's no way they could have pulled off in WandaVision what they did if they tried to do that in movies.
No.
It just wouldn't,
Oh, I
It, w-
it
completely
just wouldn't have
agree.
worked. Or The
it would have fell
Mandalorian,
flat.
that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
I'm all about the
It would have
series.
fell flat.
Does Disney, is it, I think it's Warner Brothers that owns that, right? I think it's
I don't
WB.
know.
For some reason, I
Possibly.
just see the gargoyle logo. I remember when the show came out and I can see the damn WB. Y'all know they're changing the Warner Brothers logo, right?
No.
All right. I think Discovery Discovery owns it now. Go
Right.
figure. I don't know how. All the animal documentaries and TV shows, they got all this money somehow. I guess because it's family friendly content, like when you're working with animal shows and documentaries,
Yeah.
so you get good ads. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's going to be Warner Brothers Discovery. And I'm like, I don't know if I'd do that. Like the classic Warner
Yeah.
Brothers logo, you know?
Well, Discovery's became its own beast at this point.
Oh, yeah.
So like,
Well, now they own Impractical Jokers, which is now part of
yeah,
Warner Brothers. It's on HBO Max.
yeah, true.
They're just buying everything up. And before we get too far away from Spider-Man, Andrew Garfunkel, not Andrew Garfunkel. Tom Holland just turned 25.
My old friend.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm like, dude, you're at 25, dude. You've already landed a role in a major franchise. Like, that's the way
he
they
turned
want to.
Wait, Garfield turned 25
Not
this year?
Garfield, Tom Holland.
Oh, okay.
But it's just crazy. Like, you see what they're doing now. Like, going after a younger Spider-Man was good.
Yeah,
Because they can
was.
ride that Spider-Man
Absolutely.
out for like the next 10, 15 years, dude.
Yeah,
And I think that's
Well,
why they
not-
do stuff like that. It's like,
yeah,
go after a
And not
younger
only-
person so you can.
and good on the Russos and everybody else for like recognizing that
Discovering
it's
his
easy for
talent.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
For it's easy for him to get typecast, but them putting him in, Devil All the Time and those other
Killed
Cherry
it.
and those other films, yeah, and it like really showed his range and his talent and like
Yeah.
Yeah, allowing him to still go and actually be an actor and have a career.
Yeah.
yeah. So
Because
fucking
he
good
killed
on
in
them,
both
man.
those movies, dude.
Yeah, he
Like,
did.
He's over here playing Spider-Man, and it's like he's a perfect Spider-Man. He's got the fucking thing down. He's
Yeah,
all
the kid.
excited, big bright bushy eyes. And then you see him
Yeah.
in Cherry, and it's like, whoa, this dude can act. like for real.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
or what was the other one?
Devil All the Time.
Devil All the Time. It was like, whoa, double down on the acting.
Yeah, right. So
25.
Shinfo though, real quick. Biggest Gargoyles fan I've ever met. You'll never guess.
But
My grandfather.
oh,
No, my grandfather.
that's crazy.
He watched every episode. He
Like
watched
like
every
Travis said
episode.
earlier, it's a little more grown up.
Yeah.
It had a
Yeah. He would still watch it today if it still came on.
yeah.
He said something to me the other day. You
Is it-
remember that show with
With the
those
statues,
gargoyles in
yeah.
it?
You're like, yeah,
And I'm like,
gargoyles.
yeah. He's like, what happened to that? And I'm like, Pawpaw, that was 20 years ago. Yeah. He's like, damn.
He's like, well, throw it on
Yeah.
the Plex server. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I would if they had access to they're still rocking tube TV, right?
Oh, okay.
They're not upgrading
And
until
that
TV
thing dies. And
dies.
here's the thing, dude.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna die.
No, it's gonna last forever.
It will, dude. It'll outlive them all. That TV
You know
will
how
work.
hard-
I'll be in a nursing home. That TV will still fucking work.
Yeah, yeah. And you know how hard it is to watch a football game on something
Anything
that's
that's not
supposed to be in
widescreen?
widescreen.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god. But we make it
Was
work.
it like
though,
a 32 inch?
Yeah.
Little
maybe
RCA
smaller.
Magnavox something like
Yeah.
that thing
Yeah.
will not die, dude. That's one thing I
No.
will say about those TVs. They last.
Yeah. Forever.
Dude, if they could, so they've never seen anything in HD.
They have, but not at their house.
Okay. And it
Like
wasn't enough to be like, we're replacing it. It's like, bro,
No.
around like Black Friday, bro, for like $200.
Well, here's the thing, like the only thing that my grandfather watches is that Western channel that's on
Okay.
Stars.
Then that's all he needs.
And all that shot in 4:3.
That's all
Yeah.
he needs.
Yeah. So like, and then my grandmother will watch like the news,
Yeah.
and they'll watch stuff like
Maybe
that.
their
She'll watch-
stories.
yeah, her
Well,
soap
as the
operas
world
and
turns
stuff.
or something.
Yeah, which that stuff you don't need
Nah.
widescreen for. So everything that they watch other than sports,
Could give a fuck, you know?
yeah, and they'll watch they'll watch football or basketball or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's just background
whatever-
noise.
Yeah. So
That's funny though.
yeah, dude.
My
They
grandfather
still down
doesn't even
with
know
the-
what the fuck that is.
They still down with the Saturday matinee film that comes on at 12.
Yeah, I mean, if it's something that looks
It's
interesting,
like-
yeah.
Every year at Christmas, they watch a Christmas Story when they put it on Family. What you call it?
Yeah. Oh, they're watching Christmas Vacation
Yeah,
on the
classic.
VHS.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, dude. No lie. On the VHS.
He's over there
thing.
blowing the tape out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I don't even think they have a DVD player. Like they've got all these VHSs, and I told my grandmother, I said, whenever you decide to get rid of the VHSs, I want all those
Yeah,
big box
don't
Disney
throw 'em away.
VHSs. Yeah, like I want them.
Yeah. Oh, they got the
And she's
ones,
like-
the plastic.
Yeah, the big
My dad's mother, like, for back in the day, they was like they're in the vault, they're collectors.
Yeah,
Everyone that hit the store bought it.
yeah,
Dumbo, everything, you name it, dude.
yeah,
And when I was a kid and would go there, that's what you got to pick from.
yeah.
Go over there and get you a movie off the Disney wall. I've seen all them shits like more times than you can count, dude. Fox and the Hound,
Yeah.
you name it. They were the same way, man. Bought all those big box, those big ass. Why did it come? It came in almost a porno-sized box.
What
I'm saying?
ridiculous. Yeah,
You had to buy a different kind of shelf to even fit it
Yeah.
in there. It's like,
yeah,
it's like,
So-
why is the VHS in its own house?
yeah. And I told her, she was like, "Why do you want those?" And I'm like, "Because that's
I'm a
fucking
fucking-
history."
Movie collector,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, like
Like, here's the thing: if she gives them to somebody else, they'll just get rid of them.
yeah, they'll
You'll
take them
keep
to
'em.
like Goodwill. Yeah, they'll take
They'll
them.
take them to
Goodwill or
trade
something.
day somewhere, yard sell them
Yeah.
for 50 cents a piece.
Yeah.
You'll keep them.
Mm-hmm. That's a time capsule
Yeah.
right there, man.
Especially on VHS.
Yeah, for real, right?
What's the last
So
VHS y'all watched?
probably Spider-Man
I
or The
purchased.
Matrix.
I was in a. Okay, yeah, that was around the same year. Yeah, 99.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
last VHS I watched, I was at a pawn shop, and I always look at the VHS just see what they got. You know,
yeah,
might find a gem,
yeah.
and I saw a special copy of A League of Their Own that was
Oh
in
shit.
widescreen.
There's no crying in
Yeah,
baseball.
but it was in widescreen. Like they put it out of the original format. They didn't crop it.
Yeah,
You know, it was like 50 cents. I was like, that's interesting. I've never seen a VHS that they put out like that. They would always crop it because they knew,
yeah,
you know, and this, so I bought it, you know, and this has probably been 5, 6, 7 years ago, but I took it home, popped it in. You know, I
yeah,
was watching it and it was like, you can definitely tell it's a VHS. You
yeah.
know, just not as clear. You can't see the hair follicles, you know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's probably the last one
Remember,
though.
remember when I was at that junk store and they had that unopened Indiana Jones trilogy box set?
Mm-hmm.
And I sent you a picture of it. I'm like, hey, bro, you got this? And you're like, oh, I got it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I got
Mine's
I
open, but
got
I got it.
yeah, I got it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. The one in the middle that doesn't match that box set. That's the release from the 1994 edition. It looks like they
Yeah,
mix matched it. Maybe they picked that up late. No,
yeah, they resealed it.
yeah,
It's like, all right. I got a brief history lesson.
I know we're out of movie news now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something earlier where Neil Gaiman had to clap back on somebody on Twitter.
Oh
Did you
shit.
see
You don't
that?
want to get clapped back. No.
So I don't know how to find. I don't follow him, but I saw something. Maybe if I just Google his name, somebody was bitching. Somebody tweeted at him and called. They're doing that Sandman series.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know anything about that. I just
Yeah,
know he
we
wrote it, right?
yeah, we talked about that
Yeah.
on the pod a couple of
Well,
weeks ago.
someone
Yeah.
tweeted at him and called him a sellout because of the casting, and he was
I
like,
thought the casting was fine.
"Well, dude," he was like, "Bro, fuck you." Dude, he clapped
Good.
back hard.
Well, he's always kind of been that way
Apparently,
though, you
there's
know?
been like when I Google his name down here, I can see it says casting non-binary black actors is what it says. But people are like, "Are you what are you-" like?" They're thinking he's sold out because of the times and oh, you going non-binary all of a sudden? It's like, no, dude, that's the fucking source material.
Yeah. Well,
That was
and
already in it, bitch. You don't even know what you're talking about. It was somebody
well, and
that
the
didn't know the source.
yeah. And the thing about it too is like if I'm adapting something, right? And or if someone's adapting something for me, and let's say that in the source material it doesn't have anything that's like non-binary, and they hire a non-binary actor, actress, whatever you want to call them, like call this
There
individual,
it is.
then like it doesn't matter. Like let that person put that performance on because I can separate the art from the art.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
it's a story.
so there. All right,
If you
here I'll
scroll
hit it
down
real
there, look at
quick.
his tweet. Yeah,
There are currently fewer things in life that can cause greater conflicts of opinion than casting decisions involving the factors of race and gender. And the upcoming Netflix adaptation, The Sandman, has become the latest production to come under fire for some casting choices. However, author Neil Gaiman has had some harsh words for those quick to pick fault with the casting of black and non binary actors in some roles. The author shut down comments after a surge of toxic fans called him out as someone who doesn't give a fuck about being true to his own work, which came on the back of some recent cast member reveals for the highly anticipated graphic novel based series. Netflix and Neil Gaiman made the announcement on May the 28th that the new members of the growing cast would include Kirby Howell Baptiste as the character of Death and Mason Alexander Park as Desire. It doesn't it didn't take fans of the Sandman book series long to point out that the characters of Death is visually depicted as white in the graphic novels, while others jumped on the casting of non-binary Park as Desire. But some managed to completely miss the fact that Gaiman's original character was indeed non-binary in the source material. So the tweet was, "Why sell out? Just stand by your work, or do you lack the intestinal fortitude? It
I think that's
irks me
wrong.
more." Yeah, it
Testicular
irks me.
fortitude is the
Yeah,
yeah.
it irks me more than you just don't even give a fuck. And this is what he said: "I give all the fucks about the work. I spent 30 years successfully battling bad movies of Sandman. I give zero fucks about people who don't understand, haven't read Sandman, whining about a non-binary desire or that death isn't wide enough. Watch the show, make up your own mind." Good for
Good
him.
for him, dude.
Yeah,
Well, someone saw a post that said non-binary and was like, "Oh,
yeah. They
dude,
jumped
what the
on the
fuck?"
bandwagon. Yeah,
Did you see? Look at that other link. Look at some of the people that's been casted. Stephen
right.
Fry, dude.
That's
Jenna Louise Coleman,
yeah. Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt. Like, see, I don't know anything about the Sandman stuff. Like, what? I don't know anything
I
about
think
that. And we did talk
I
about it a little
think
bit,
people
but
I think people need to just stand back and just let this shit play out, because if it's being done right and with the right care, this could be such a good thing for Netflix.
well, like what he said there, he's been battling, bad adaptations and movies that they're trying to do. Like, he's backing this one.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. And here the
Because
cat.
Sandman is
dude,
fucking great,
Neil
dude.
Gaiman, David S. Goyer, I'm
Yeah,
in.
yeah. I mean, and this cast looks fine. Like, here's the thing, man. I don't know the source material, but a lot of people have jumped on that bandwagon of like, we don't need a black Superman, right?
I'm down, dude.
I don't care. Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
That's like whenever they cast Michael B.
hey,
Jordan
I was about to
as the
say,
Human
dude,
Torch.
that's like people
Yeah,
saying this too. Like in that show, they were like, you can't have a black Captain America. Yes, you can. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, you can. We
Yeah,
do.
it's yeah.
And it was
It's
awesome.
fucking it's ridiculous, man. My thing is like cast to me, cast the right person for the job. Whoever has the chops, whoever best represents what that core character's values are, then go with that. I could give a fuck if it's male, female, black, white, Asian. I
Yeah.
don't care.
What's the
As
story?
long as yeah, as long as those core, what makes that character. And people can tell me I'm wrong all they want, but the Falcon and his fucking story
It's
arc
great, dude.
is fucking
Like
Captain
that was
America.
Dude,
textbook. Like, this
like,
is how you do
dude,
this.
and honestly, Sandman takes place in such a strange world.
Yeah.
Like, he's jumping
Well,
to different realms. Like, it's got like a bit of a
it's gonna
Thor
be nuts,
scope
right?
going on, where they're like he's gonna go to a different realm and all that kind of shit.
Well, there's 11
Right.
episodes I saw. And what's funny is they have two people from Game of Thrones. They got the dad, the Lannister dad, and the
Yes.
chick that was the knight.
Yes.
She plays Lucifer.
Which is perfect
Yeah.
because her voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it, man. And
I
good
like
for
that he
Neil
clapped
Gaiman.
back, dude.
Well, like,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, the whole thing kicks off is that this group, this order, are trying to summon a demon. They summon the Sandman instead. They lock his ass up because magic, and he stays in that shit for a long time,
And then like
like
finally
long
breaks
time.
free.
Yeah, and then he gets the fuck out, but he's so fucking weak. He's got to, there's like one of the earliest arcs in the whole story is him basically on a quest to get his shit back,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just really cool.
So he's got to
It's
do
just
his thing to level back up and get strong.
yeah, he's got to do the hero quest. He's got to go get his items and stuff
Yeah.
back from people.
Shit, I'm excited for it.
I
Like
am too.
he's like he rules over like the realm of dreams. That's why he's called Dream. But like he's and all that shit.
I
But yeah,
mean,
it's got a lot
So-
of trippy artwork, man.
Right. Well, I mean, I just think with these articles and gaming clapping back, I think that just podlocks it for us, right?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Like we've got to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh yeah.
It's one of those projects that I think will benefit from the less we hear about it.
Yeah.
Just let it get made, let the vision be seen to the bitter end, and then let us see the end result.
I thought that was cool though that he saw a tweet from somebody and was like, "Dude, fuck you. You don't know what you're talking about."
Yeah.
Well, like he said in his tweet, he's been battling bad movies for
Yeah.
30 years.
He's like, "Bitch, we finally found a place that's gonna let us make it like we want to make it. Fuck you."
Sandman was one of those graphic novels that was on that list of like they're
It's gonna be
they're
hard to make.
impossible to adapt.
Yeah.
You can't they can't be adapted yet.
It's like right under Dark Tower.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah.
Now, is that
Mhm.
animated? Because I
think it's
noticed.
gonna be live
Is
action.
it live action? Well, it said that, like Patton Oswalt, it said he was going to voice someone, so he might be playing
There
a
is
character they have to CGI or something. Then
Yeah.
but I know it's
is-
DC. I didn't know it was DC.
Yeah.
There is a audio play that was done recently,
I think that's what kickstarted all this.
and
Oh, okay.
I think we covered it in a previous.
We did. We talked about it a few weeks
installment of
back.
Movie News, where James McAvoy played the main character.
Yeah.
Love it,
And I mean,
etc.
I don't.
The casting for the audio play, I was thinking, man, just hire them to do it live action.
Yeah.
Right. Which I don't know if they've cast. I don't know if they've cast the main character, so it may be James McAvoy.
Who's the main character?
Dream.
It's Dream.
Dream. I just dropped that IMDb. Let me look.
Yeah.
Did you see anything on there?
I didn't see that,
Hang on, let me
and
look.
I've already closed out of it. So
Let
To
me pull
be, and I guess to point this out though, the Sandman and Dream, they're the same dude.
right, yeah.
Oh, well, that was the. Wait, Dream?
He's got a lot of fucking names just to even just go a step further with that, I believe.
Tom Sturridge is playing Dream. Tom Sturridge was in.
His art always made me like his comic iteration always made me think of Robert Smith if he was anorexic.
Yeah,
Right.
he's skinny.
But I think Edward Scissorhands, like Edward Scissorhands level Johnny Depp
Like
would
the
work.
clothes, the look.
The fucking goth hair.
I don't recognize anything that he's been in, but you know, I thought that was a 1917 clip up there, but it's not.
I know. It looks like he's been in a lot of period piece stuff.
Yeah, I was looking down here at the screenshots, and I was like, this looks like some British actor, and I scroll up. I did watch Pirate Radio.
He was in Velvet Buzzsaw, which I've been wanting to watch, by the way. That Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah, the
movie
one with the
about art.
artwork.
Yeah,
Man, I gotta bookmark that so I remember to check it out.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure Sandman will be a fun time at least.
I'm interested.
But yeah, I saw that and thought it was funny.
It is funny, man.
Thought I'd bring it up.
Speaking of funny, this
Little
first
Dicky?
trailer that we've got, yeah, little DI. I'm
Uh-oh.
excited for Dave. I can't wait to make my wife watch the whole season with me again.
Yeah. Hey, did she watch the first one?
Yeah, she watched
You're
the
like,
first one.
yeah,
She loved it.
Okay, that's great. Dude,
She
I'm logged in right now on Real Estate Podcast YouTube channel. I scroll down, comments have been turned off. Wow.
damn it.
I'm gonna subscribe
Okay.
to Lil Dicky. Y'all cool with that?
I am, yeah.
Well, I'm
'cause
subscribing
such
from
a-
our podcast channel.
Yeah,
we
let's
don't
do it.
normally
Maybe he'll
subscribe
have
to
us on
people.
there. Yeah, let's do it. Is he our first subscribe?
I don't subscribe to channels. I've never done it, so
Yeah.
I'm subscribing. And it says June the 16th.
Yeah, that's soon,
Oh my
man.
God,
That's like
that's
2
this
weeks from
month,
now.
right?
Yeah, 2 weeks
Oh,
from
it's on a
tomorrow.
Wednesday. I'm
Little DI,
excited.
yeah.
Oh,
Y'all are ridiculous.
I haven't watched this.
I haven't either. So I'm excited.
Let's fire it up.
I'm ready.
All right.
Hi,
What it says?
Dave.
So it's a teaser. Okay.
Yeah, it's a tease. They're gonna
All right.
tease the
Dave
balls of
season 2
Destructive Cast.
teaser, and we're watching this teaser on Lil Dicky's personal YouTube channel with almost 8 million subscribers.
Yeah, no big deal.
It's a damn good day to be Dave. You know what I'm saying?
I'm ready.
You ready,
Yes.
Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Is that an anteater?
Yeah. What the?
What is he
Why?
doing? Dude, this is going to be ridiculous. There's no way this is in the show,
No.
right? Or is it?
I don't know, dude. Gee.
What the fuck? Is it a bad dream? It's got to be a bad dream, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening? What the fuck?
Oh shit.
He's got to be having a bad dream, dude. Like, that's how high he is. How high are you?
Yeah.
He's microdosing. They're playing the Doors.
Let's wiggle.
I mean, what a great way to promote the show. I
Yeah, for
guarantee
real.
you that's not in the show.
No.
If it is, it's a dream or something. I mean, of course, but like he's like, well, all right, we're gonna take from this episode or this episode. He's like, I got this thing in my head where I'm trying to get across the road with an anteater.
Yeah.
And they're like, but it's not in the show. But that's some Dave shit.
Yeah. Hi, I'm
That
Dave.
looks funny.
Yeah, that first season was fantastic.
You can tell there's more money.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man, I hope we get like, 5, 6 seasons, something, dude. Don't cop out after like 2 or 3. Like,
Yeah.
keep it going. Dude,
Yeah,
like his
please.
whole as a rapper, he's great. But
as
like,
a writer,
he's a writer, dude, and
yeah,
if he could lock down a like what's that? Philadelphia? What's the other show on FX? It's Always Sunny. If he could lock, because his show kind of has that,
yeah, that feel.
Yeah, if he could lock down like an Always Sunny kind of thing, where he's just like, dude, how many seasons do you want?
Yeah,
like we'll let you do this till you want to leave. I'll watch every goddamn one of them.
Speaking of It's Always Sunny, I saw a
trailer
clip the other day. No, it was a picture on Rob's Twitter page, and it was him, Charlie Day, and Dennis.
Yeah,
and they're getting to get. They're fixing to start writing.
It's time.
It is time.
Didn't we watch a trailer here recently with him and someone else? No, I did. Him and Ryan Reynolds purchased a fucking football team in the UK or something.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I watched the trailer for it, and they're making like a reality show there, all about I don't know. The trailer was funny.
You're right.
Dude, I'm excited for another season of Always Sunny. Like,
I know.
That's a great show.
It's so over the top. It
Could
feels
that be a
like
show
that
about
show
nothing?
was. Yeah.
I mean,
they're
it's like,
hanging out in a
what's it
bar.
about? You're like, well, you just kind of have to watch it, dude. Like, I can't even do it justice.
No. Like, you wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
Trust me. You wouldn't understand. Well, we got the Tomorrow War.
Okay.
Chris Pratt sci-fi.
Okay.
5 million
Star-Gourd.
views. Ooh.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
5 million?
5.2, yes.
Okay. Says it's going to Amazon Prime.
Yeah. That's a lot of views for Amazon
dude.
Prime. Yeah.
I will say this, man. I've had Amazon Prime for years.
Me
I'd
too.
say 6, 7 years now. And it wasn't like, I don't know, man. I guess I just always kind of had access to everything I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
But I've started fucking around on there more. I've started fucking with my streaming services more. There's some
Right.
good shit on Amazon,
Yeah.
including The Hunters. There's some good shit on. Well, that's what's that show where the superhero, The Boys?
Yeah.
If you ain't watched The
yeah.
Boys, have you?
No, I haven't.
Dude, if you start it, you'll finish it.
I know.
Quick,
I
smart.
know.
Really, dude.
Stat.
I was like, I'm just gonna watch an episode, check it out. 3 days later, I
Yeah.
watched 2 seasons. You know,
You're like,
it's
what?
good, man.
Yeah. I
It's
know.
like
on my
it's like a
list, I mean.
superhero show, but it's like rated R as fuck.
Yeah.
Like it's up there with because I was watching that show and the one with Cliff.
Oh, Doom Patrol.
It's right there with it, dude.
Okay.
Like it's on that level.
Right.
Very good writing. But yeah, let's get into the Tomorrow War.
Yeah, let's do it.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. You ever notice how that looks like a dick?
Yeah.
Oh, what's happening?
EMP.
Time travel? What's happening? Yeah, they're coming from the yeah. Dude, they're going back to the past to get recruits. Dude, a draft? We're going to go in the past and draft people for a war in the future.
A time draft.
Oh, I'm already in.
Oh.
He's like, that's not my tempo. Mm-mm. He's getting his, I thought they was just checking his blood pressure.
Is this his time cop?
But like, here we go, dude. They're going in the future. Dude, I'm watching this.
The fuck?
Dude, Amazon, dude.
Warzone?
My beautiful friend.
What the fuck?
Yeah, dude, this looks good.
Dude.
Like,
The trailer for Battlefield 6 looks dope.
yeah. What kind of creature? Is this some kind of alien or something?
I think
Oh,
so.
it is. Did you hear it? They're not gonna let us see it. Yeah. Watching it.
I think we have to do that on the pod.
Watching
right?
it.
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
That's a pretty interesting concept, right?
I mean, dude, CP doesn't just make any movie.
I mean, we don't have enough time to start breaking down some of the absurdity of going back in time to recruit people from
Yeah.
the past to come fight. I mean,
Here's my thing: if you got a time machine, can't you just go back and like, all right, we're gonna go back and try to fix it. Okay, we didn't fix it. So go back again. Just do it over and over until you fix it. Hey, I saw speaking of time travel, I saw a small skit. It was like a short film about time travel, and it was actually pretty good, dude. I'll send it to you guys so you can see it. But we got to get back on our short films.
Yeah,
We got to get back on those. Now, dude, next week we're watching the short film, and it's going to be that one. I'm not going to tell you what happens.
Okay.
It's like
all
5 minutes,
Yeah, I'm down.
but it was funny.
DT Dub.
All right, we got our next Dexter clip. This one's a
Yeah,
little
I'm
long. The
excited.
last one, he was like looking at the camera, all dextery.
Yeah,
You know?
giving us the fucking wink.
Yeah, this one's a little different.
I mean, how bad do you want to fuck Michael Chaw though? I mean, he's a fucking dream.
All I got to say about that is,
but you know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like, I understand why Rita
What's
fell
y'all?
in love with him. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
I get it. The same
Hey,
reason.
Rita.
The same reason that my wife has watched
Oh,
this show.
that's where.
18 times.
But see,
Yeah.
man, that's where Dexter took that turn.
Yeah, I know.
Like
right.
when they were like, all right, we're gonna hire these ladies to come in. We're gonna turn this dude into a sex symbol. He's gonna be, you know what I mean? That's what happened, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at first he was like, I don't fucking want to be in a relationship. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, he's like, he'll do whatever. He's banging everybody.
Yeah.
What was her name? Hannah McKay?
Hannah McKay. Dude, fuck Hannah McKay. That poisoning ass bitch. I'm ready to watch this trailer.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm ready.
You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. This is kind of cool though. Look, everybody knows him. He's mad about town. Dexter.
In
look,
fact,
though.
that's a reference to the author of the books.
So he saw a knife and it triggered him. So you said your wife likes to watch. So are y'all caught up? Everybody's caught up,
yeah.
right? We've seen it all.
Yeah.
Well, when Dexter drops, dude,
we've got to
it's on
do
the
it,
pod,
right?
bro.
Yeah.
We have to. And it's just crazy that it's even coming back.
I know, because like
the way it
disappointed.
ended.
Yeah, how disappointed
what if this redeems it? Where it's like,
might.
okay, well, here's the thing. Whenever you get to that last episode and you're like, oh, he's a lumberjack. Nope, another season.
Yeah.
It just took us 10 years to get it, but.
Yeah, but I'm okay with it. It's Michael Chaw.
It's the original writers, the showrunner. The one that wanted to kill him.
Yeah.
He was like, Dexter's got to die. And they were like, no, bitches love Dexter. He can't die.
He's a sex symbol, yeah.
Yeah.
Griffin's wife masturbates to him.
I mean,
we can't
dude,
kill them all.
I know so many like chicks. They're like, I just love Dexter, and I'm like, you want to fuck Dexter or you like the show?
Yeah.
Well, you know about the Trinity Killer, and they're like, I don't know. I've just. They're like, whenever I watch Dexter, I could take my panties off and throw them at the wall. They stick to it. It's like, ooh.
I mean, you know how it is, man.
And I'm over here like, I always do this. I'm like, I'm trying to like rain on your parade, but I don't think he swings that way.
You sent him that picture when he was in that play as a cross-dresser?
I've already seen some of this trailer, and I pulled it. I made sure. I was like, I don't want to throw a dud in here, but this looks like it could be interesting. I'm like a little funny idea here.
Yeah.
Are y'all ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. It's got potential.
Oh God.
Yeah, just wait.
Oh God.
See what I'm saying?
Torched village.
No, you'll be overlooked.
That's
I like you. It's an Indian, dude.
awesome.
Dude, he has an arrow through his neck, and he's like, it's probably the worst pain I could think of. I will say this about it. But they already left the room. Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
Is she going to become a ghost? Oh. She sees him. Oh, now she can see him.
Oh god.
Okay. I didn't watch it this far. Yeah. Oh, it's him.
It's like it's like their answer to What We Do in the Shadows.
That's what it
Yeah.
kind of felt like. Yeah. Now, I would
Yeah.
rather see a show like that on FX because FX.
Yeah.
But I'll check it out, man. It looks like a silly goose time.
It does. It does.
You know, probably won't run super long, but
Yeah. I'll check it out though. I'll give it
Yeah.
a gander. The Sparks Brothers.
I don't know anything about this.
Edgar Wright. 50 years, 25 albums, 345 songs. Ultimate or unlimited genius. Let's see.
Who the fuck's the Sparks Brothers? Do y'all know who that is?
No.
Me either. So they're musicians,
They're probably writers.
maybe producers.
Possibly.
Let's see.
Engineers? I don't know.
Well, that many. Look, 50 years, 25 albums, 300. They gotta be. They work on songs. Let's see.
Let's check it out.
So it's a documentary. Okay. You ready, Trav?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play.
What?
See, I have no idea. Who are these people? And I'm a seasoned veteran. They sound like Talking Heads. Or Talking Heads sounds like them. I know what I'm going to be looking up on Spotify. What? How do we not know about these guys?
I don't know.
It's like a hidden gem. Dude looks like Freddie Mercury. Oh. They're like hamming it up too. It screams Talking Heads, dude. I think Talking Heads ripped them off.
Right.
That was the Carlton dance. Up. Look at all these people that grew up. I gotta check that out. I gotta do my
Yeah.
research here. I don't.
If you find any noteworthy songs, shoot them my way.
You already know. I'm building a
We'll do a
playlist.
listening party. Yeah. For sure. Right?
Never heard of them.
No, I'm sure that we've heard some of their songs. We just
don't know it.
Because I'm sure that it's got to be put in a film somewhere.
Yes.
Right.
Especially if they're
And
that big.
Yeah.
It looks like it's like an underground cult classic.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where you're sitting around like talking about your favorite bands, and they're like, "You like Sparks Brothers?" And you're like, "Who?" And they're like, "Never mind. They won't talk to you anymore.
Fuck out of here.
Thought you were cool."
Yeah. Obviously not. Sean William Scott comedy series.
Love it.
Welcome to Flatch.
Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the trailer that I watched that I was like, Letterkenny. All right. I think this is the one.
It says here that inspired by BBC Studios' BAFTA-winning BBC format, This Country, Welcome to Flatch is a half-hour comedy written and executive produced by Emmy Award winner Jenny Bix for Sex and the City and The Greatest Showman, and directed and executive produced by Emmy nominee Paul Feig, which did The Office and Bridesmaids. Okay.
When I watched this, I was just like heavy Letterkenny vibes.
Okay.
And you know, Letterkenny, like a lot of people know about Letterkenny, but it never broke on like US TV. You know, you got to go somewhere weird to watch it. Like, but I'm pretty sure when I was watching this, I was like, this looks like they watched Letterkenny and was like, let's do a show like that.
Yeah.
So let's do it. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. I think this is the trailer. Yeah. See? Look, watch her set the glasses up.
Okay.
Because, like, dude, Office in a small town, Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Trailer Park Boys. Chuck a pan as far as you can. I like shows like this.
Yeah.
The mockumentary.
Oh my God.
She's funny. I like her. This is probably going to be funny.
Yeah.
Is it? It looks infected. He's got red paint on his hand. I'm in on this, dude. Dance off. It's like all of those shows combined.
Yeah.
In like small town America. What was that drop? No date? God damn.
It looks pretty good.
We need another one.
Yeah, another one.
It's time. Let's see. We got a release date? That trailer
I kind of want
dropped 2 weeks ago.
I kind of want to watch the British one.
Of this?
Yeah, it's based off of a British called This Country.
Yeah. It was dropped in 2017. I see it here.
Yeah, I kind of.
Of course, it's based off, dude. That's what they did with The Office.
Yeah,
it's funny how we'll take shows and they're like, someone walked in it. Here's that pitch meeting guy. He's like, so we found a show overseas, you know. They're like, we found this show overseas. It's called this country. Dude, I guarantee you that shit's cheap. I'm fucking checking that out.
Yeah.
Let me bookmark this because I don't want to lose it. So that show dropped September the 1st, but yeah. Got to check out. Dude, we just keep ripping them off. Why won't they just bring it here? But I will say this,
know,
dude.
right?
Without this kind of format and doing that, we don't get the Office
Yeah.
that we
Parks and
know.
Rec.
We don't get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those were great.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I
dude, I
know.
might ruffle some feathers with it, but I have seen the complete run of the British Office.
Yeah.
Our Michael
Not as
Scott
good.
was better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's Steve Carell, dude. He was perfect.
Yeah.
Just perfect.
It's crazy. Like legit.
So we'll try. They're gonna try to do it again. But I'm gonna check out the other one. I wanna.
Yeah. You know it's got to be funny, right?
It's gotta be.
It's British.
It's gotta be dry.
Yeah. It's going to be so dry you're going to have to put water on
Yeah.
it.
After you
So,
watch it, you have cotton mouth.
yeah.
Doing that thing
Well,
where
it's
you're
not
like,
going to
I
be
can't fucking.
it's not going to be like Dexter is panties wet.
Yeah. This is
British
panties dry.
TV panties dry, dude.
Yeah. Whenever you
in
take
the
them off, they
best
sound
way.
like sandpaper.
You
know? It's so dry. It's fucking cheeky, man. It's British.
All right, I'm ready for this Harvey Keitel film here. Lansky. I don't know.
Well, maybe they'll say it.
Yeah. Lansky. I don't know.
What it looks like. Y'all ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Lansky.
Lansky. Nope.
Okay. Gangster.
Harvey Keitel.
He's very picky with his scripts, dude.
Yeah.
His wife has to approve it before he'll even read it. Man, he's getting up there. Gangster movie. Yep. Nazis. Let's go. I recognize that other dude with the earring. This is based on true events, dude. Oh, that's Sam Worthington.
Yeah, it is. Ain't it?
Okay. Yeah. It's cool to see him holding that down. That. How do you go to sleep at night? Sleep at night. Man, he looks different.
Yeah. It looks fucking
It looks
great,
good,
though.
dude.
It's been a while since we've had a fucking gangster movie.
Well, now, Bad Lieutenant Decision.
You think he'll get that crazy with
Dude,
it? Dick out.
It's not that he started our podcast, but it did start with him.
Yeah. So I mean, I think we owe it to ourselves.
We have
when
to
that's
watch
available. Yeah, yeah.
And we got to go back to our Bad Lieutenant Decisions. Bad Lieutenant Decision in the movie we watched tonight was not getting the goddamn combination for that lock. And
Well, the main bad lieutenant decision was dude letting his daughter go. If it was
That
me,
shouldn't
I'd
have
be like,
happened, dude.
bitch, I would have handcuffed her to the
Well,
fucking
here's the
to the
thing, dude.
bus.
He's already been in there. He went in there, brought all those people out.
Yeah.
They didn't need her. They
No.
didn't need the wolf.
No.
Well, I
Didn't
mean,
need it.
if we're gonna
That
really,
was a bad lieutenant decision.
if we're gonna stay true to what the bad lieutenant decision means, being the thing that kicks off the series of events that just fucks everything up, and it's usually a pointless endeavor. I would say it was transporting that fucking zombie in the first place.
Did you notice the convoy that transported that was called the Horsemen?
Yep.
The convoy. They were the Horsemen. Yeah. Dude, here's my thing. Wait a minute. Back up 2 hours ago. They had like 3 vehicles. Maybe less than 10 soldiers to transport that. Come on now. You know?
Stormtrooper,
Yeah.
man.
Well, I mean,
Well, you don't
would
get the
think
movie
that-
without everything that happened, but it's like, bro,
Yeah.
where were they taking it?
I mean, to DC, fuck, I don't know.
Why couldn't it just stay at Area 51 with all the other shit
They
we
were
don't know
taking
about?
it to Cersei to tell them what winter's gonna look like.
White Walker. Fuck.
All right.
Yeah, that was. We got the first Eternals trailer, guys.
I haven't watched this.
I have. It's okay.
Does a dude have big muscles?
The dude from Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is he repping? Do they show his abs?
I mean, he's wearing.
I
some
just feel like he's
very-
like, look, dude, you got to show my abs in the trailer because I've worked.
Yeah.
I spent all of quarantine. I lived in the gym.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I
Very tight
rented the
shirt.
gym out. No one could come in, and I was just in there whole quarantine.
Yeah. Just for you.
Not to mention the steroids, but let's do it.
I'm ready.
I think this is going to be good.
I think it will too.
3, 2, 1, play. Wait. Keep on shining.
Yeah. Right.
Getting a little remix of that. Don't they know it's the end of the road? Who are these people? Whoa! What the fuck is that? Like him?
Yeah, right. Red Wedding.
I was thinking Rocket Man, but yeah. He's gonna come in all honky cat on him. So she can make water. So they're gonna show up and like Angelina Jolie. She could read really fast. Okay. Like him too. So these aliens show up or whatever. And they level us up to a point to where they have to step in.
Yeah.
Was that Kit Harington?
Yeah.
Look at the people. Yeah. So at some point they're like, we have to step in
Yeah.
because we're the Eternals. And that's a series? Wait, what's it? They're gonna laugh? Yeah. It's gonna be good. So it's a series.
No, it's a film.
I kind of wish it was a series, but yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fucking amazing, right?
Yeah, it does.
It looks like a very good. It looks like one of those movies that, like, a good world building
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the MCU.
Well,
For
like in the
and I'm
trailer, they show them world building. They show up.
yeah. I mean,
They're yeah.
I'm all about the
They're doing
movies that are gonna
campfires,
be,
and they're like, we're gonna help these people
you
like
know,
in life. We're gonna give them
because
technologies. This is how you make
you
a
know,
fire.
and I mean, we all pretty much know how the movie is gonna pan out.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely interested in what their backstory is gonna bring.
I know, right? And the
Because
and like
the only thing I really know about the Eternals
I don't
is
know a goddamn thing.
that they tie into Thanos'
Oh,
backstory.
is that their main villain?
yeah,
Well, no, it's like I believe one of his parents
yeah,
Was
is
it
an
Eternal?
Yeah.
yeah,
Angelina Jolie?
probably. I'm not 100% sure, but like that,
And who
it's
knows
gonna.
if they'll even touch on that, but
Yeah.
still.
Well, I mean,
So
when they were doing Thanos, they're like, we gotta do the Eternals,
yeah.
and a
Well, and
few of
it's
them
one
were
of
like,
those.
what? They got
The
fired.
I think that the Eternals is going to become one of the most important films
It's
of
gonna
this.
link shit. It's gonna.
Yeah,
Well,
because
it's definitely gonna touch base on the earliest portions of the MCU.
yeah, and it's going to have a ripple effect through the whole. Because it's interesting how that they've established the multiverse, and they're going to deep dive into that, and then now they're touching into this, like basically the ones that kind of like started more or less
They
like helps.
kick-started humanity. Like they.
I
Yeah, more
wonder
or less. Yeah,
I wonder if they're gonna try to pivot them a little bit, or maybe they have connections already. But I wonder if they're gonna use the Eternals as a way to kind of explain why, maybe we have the X-Men on Earth.
Ooh,
that would be kind of cool.
Like, like
it's definitely
X-Men
gonna
are,
be a missing link.
Yeah,
because the thing about the MCU now that everyone seems to finally be on board with is that we're not getting direct adaptations. We're getting really good, like, patchwork,
yeah.
Yeah, this shit
like
ain't Garbo.
that they hit some of the beats, but for the most part they do some refiguring for the sake of, you know,
Yeah,
linearity.
I'm excited, man. I mean, Shang-Chi trailer was great.
Yeah.
Eternals trailer was great. Like, I'm ready for Black
What
Widow.
phase is
Fucking
this? Yeah, I mean, dude,
this,
how
well,
long
this
have
will
we
be
been waiting to
phase
see Black Widow?
We're in
4.
4.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So,
somehow I knew that without knowing it. Like in my mind, I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 4.
yeah. So I'm excited.
For the birthday cake. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah. I'm ready for it.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. It's Indy. Oh,
Oh shit.
okay.
It's got Obi-Wan in it.
That's Bruce Wayne from Gotham.
Is that Joey Diaz?
Well, that's a big puss.
Oh,
The
okay.
guy from
Yeah.
yeah, looks like Joey Diaz.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice that one of the companies behind this is Chicken Soup for the Soul?
Mm-mm.
No.
Val
Oh
Kilmer.
shit.
Val Kill. Yeah, what? Pal Filmer?
Yeah. Dude, if Theo Von walks out, I'm a shit. Man, Val Kilmer looks rough, dude.
Yeah.
Another little gangster movie. Got him.
Every time I see that guy, I just imagine him going, "Your friends are dead" from The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
He'll get livid.
A lot of people. Y'all saw that? It was the Mexican guy from Waiting.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm down to check it out, dude.
This
It
looks like
looks-
one of those. It's one of those movies where somebody's gonna go, "Who's gonna be the boss?"
Yeah, where's the gabagool?
Like,
It looks good though, man.
we can't take this disrespect.
Katla? Is that how you pronounce Katla? Katla? I don't know.
Hold on, wait, I can tell you. Hang on. Yep, hang on.
Mhm.
All right, let me play it and listen to it. You can any word, dude. It never fails. Any word you can put in there, pronunciation, and there will be a goddamn video that will tell you how to say it.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
right.
who sat down and said every word? Let me play
Bored people.
it. Did you say? Oh, you said bored?
Yeah.
I thought you said poor people.
No. No, dude.
Hang on, let me hear it. Catla, dude. That's it. That's it.
Katla. Okay. Let's fucking peep it, man. I'm ready.
You said poor people.
No,
I was
dude.
like, who sits down and fucking pronounces every word? And you're like, poor people. I'm like, okay, makes sense. It's been a long
Let's do it.
pandemic. All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, play. It's a foreign
Oh, okay.
weather balloon.
Volcano. This movie's gonna look. This movie's cinematography's already got me.
Amazing, right? What's happening? I like how they're not giving it away, dude. Lava.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I think I got it. I think I
bookmark
got
that
it
and
figured
save
out.
it.
It's Dante's Peak, but
No,
in Europe.
I think that the girl that was walking out of the ash and stuff, the one that woke up in the ash,
With the shit on her face and
yeah, is a physical manifestation, representation of Mother Nature's fury through the volcano.
okay.
I've
We're
got it.
going mother with it.
Not mother, but it's just going to be like, you know, the volcano
It's like
manifests
yeah,
itself.
and made a person.
Yeah, yeah. And that person's like, you've got to stop what you're doing because it's fucking the planet up.
Yeah, you're killing me.
Yeah.
I'm dying up here. My hands are tied now. You know.
So basically, it's a movie made by Gojira fans.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
A classic horror story.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in this.
Well, I just feel like they just laid it out with the title. It's just
Yeah.
be a classic horror movie.
Yeah. Let's peep it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Netflix is killing it. All right.
Is this foreign?
I know, man. It's got to be. I'm getting kind of midsummer vibes here with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Midsummer. It's got to be foreign. Oh, he's fucked. That's all you get.
Damn. Fuck. All right.
And they're like, what kind of movie you want to make? And they're like, we want to make like a classic horror story. We're just gonna call it that.
Yeah. We're not going to bury the lead at all.
This guy right here. Horror shows without jump scares are the real deal.
Yeah. Legit though, right?
I bookmarked that. We'll peep that
Yeah.
when it comes
I'm
out.
very
We'll make sure.
I'm excited about this next trailer here. Because we saw that teaser and we were like,
Is
what
this
the fuck is going on? M. Night Shyamalan Ding
Shamalama Ding
Dong?
Dong?
Yeah.
We saw a teaser. Yeah, they were on the beach.
Yeah.
And they were like, where'd the kids go?
Yeah. So let's check this fucking twist.
Right here. Plot twist. The decomposing woman just didn't wear enough sunscreen.
Okay.
Let me drop my comment. Dude, M. Night is hit and miss. But when he
And the-
hits,
Yeah.
and then sometimes like every hit is a miss.
And every miss is a hit.
Every miss is a hit. Dude, sometimes, dude. Let's see, July 23rd. Let's go. And it's just called Old.
Yeah. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Full trailer.
Mhm.
Jurassic Park. Is it heavy? Put it down. What I remember from the teaser, they got on the beach and they couldn't leave it. Like they were
Yeah.
stuck there. Creepy. Ooh. What's that? It's a dead woman. What? What the fuck? It's like, don't walk too far away from the camp, you know?
Yeah, right.
I'm interested. Well, we'll fucking leave, dude.
Yeah, for real. Oh, what?
But they can't. She's not gonna make it. Okay. Old. I'm in, dude. Pod locked. Damn, that's
Damn, that
soon.
looks good. Yeah. That looks fucking great
Yeah,
though,
dude.
right? Fuck.
They didn't give too much away.
No, and it looks like a good little horror
Like,
flick,
not enough
man.
for me to figure out what's happening there.
I mean, they're aging. But
Fast.
why? Yeah.
The kids go
She
away, they
got-
come back. It's like, what?
How did she get pregnant?
Yeah, what's that?
Like, don't storks bring babies?
Mm-hmm.
It's like this. It's like this movie. This like the pitch meetings. Like, what's old about? Well, it's all the reasons why you don't use Travelocity.
Yeah, you don't go to a fucking, it's a foreign beach.
Yeah.
Did all those cell phones, like it's been happening.
Yeah, for God knows how long, right?
So it's like that episode. What was that show? The episode where they took there was like tiki torches. They were in Hawaii and they took the little thing and then the shit started coming after them. You remember?
Um,
Old TV show. Fuck it. Let's just go.
Twilight Zone?
No,
No, was it Tales from the Dark Side?
possibly. Like they were all on the beach
Tales from
having
the
a good
Crypt?
time. the kids went into a cave because in Hawaii, dude, you don't disturb dead or treasure, or
Yeah.
if you take anything like this, like weird Hawaiian ghost comes after you and they beat drums and I don't know,
The
dude.
Rock shows up.
Shit gets weird. There was
Yeah.
an old show that did that where they went there and did the whole. I don't know.
It might have been Tales from the Crypt.
Possibly, dude. It's one of those shows because it's like Black Mirror. You know,
Yeah.
everything's fucked. That
Yeah.
looked like an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah. A bigger budget,
Yeah.
possibly. Infinite
What's up with that
or
thumbnail?
infinite. I mean, it's fucking
Fucking
what?
steroids?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a
We got
co-op.
ourselves. Yeah, we got ourselves a transformer over
I'm a
here.
transformer over here. All right, Marky
Nice.
Mark, let's get it. 3, 2, 1, play. Paramount Plus. He's an infinite.
Mm-hmm. The fuck?
Swap board. Ooh, training day, equalizer. You want to go home? You want to go to jail? That's a court. You better pick something, man. Just pick something, bro. Yes. Whoa.
The fuck?
Batmobile. I'm pretty sure
The
you
fuck
can't
is
just drive through a
happening?
building like that, dude.
Yeah,
Look at
not
the
in a
cop.
vehicle like that.
The new Teslas look awesome.
Oh, he's reincarnated.
Yeah, it's Hawkman.
Many times.
You are the gamer.
Yeah, it looks like that Stranded. What was that Stranded game? When he's riding on that hill. I mean, I'm interested.
Yeah.
Especially
What?
like Training Day and Infinite. I mean, Equalizer.
Yeah.
Those are great movies.
I'm not infinite.
Yeah,
What?
what? Infinite? We got an Infinite
No.
over here.
I just dropped this in here because it's got Karen Gillian in it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to fuck you because you infinite.
Yeah. What?
No.
Let me do my comment.
Gunpowder milkshake. It better be good
What
with
a
a name
name.
like that. Yeah.
Right here, this guy. So this is what happens when John Wick is mixed with Birds of Prey.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, dude.
3, 2, 1, play. Oh yeah. That looked cool. I like her.
I like her a lot.
That's so chick from Game of Thrones. Like every book's got something in it. Every book's got a gun in it. Charles Giamatti didn't expect to run into him. Dude, she's like going straight John Wick, dude. With a flip phone. You're no longer under our protection. I can't remember her name.
Lena Headey.
That's it. Game of
Headey.
Thrones, yeah. Is that her mom?
Yeah.
He looks like a silly goose time, man.
Yeah.
Look at this. Bullet time. Look at it. A little. This whole library thing's interesting. Like every book's got something
Yeah.
in it. Like
Yeah.
he's a good villain. I want to check it out. At the bottom, Paul Giamatti.
I want this library burnt down because I didn't learn how to read.
Yeah.
So you know what you do when you're losing the game? You flip the table.
It's cool that she's getting some other work
Yeah.
other
Right.
than, Marvel stuff.
Paul
Giamatti.
Giamatti.
Yeah, this guy down here. Let's see. This is Charlie's Angels plus John Wick's based with Quentin Tarantino add to. It's got that. It kind of had a Kill Bill kind of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only because it's a chick.
Yeah.
I'll check it out, man.
Yeah.
I
We had
like
some
her.
good trailers tonight. Yeah, I do too. I like her.
I went through there, dude. I was like, other night, I was like, oh, trailers? Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes,
It's
please.
2 weeks worth of trailers.
So what are we watching next week?
I don't know,
fellas?
dude. It's
I mean,
what's
that
out?
new Jason Statham movie's
Oh, that's out. Yeah.
And I Guy Ritchie kind of want to check it
Yeah.
out.
We watched that with something with the Wrath. What's it called?
Wrath of Man, I think.
I thought it was the Wrath of Khan, but yeah, the
I
Wrath of
think that's what
Statham.
Statham.
I was telling my granddad the other day, I was like, we were watching a movie, and I was like, that's Jason Statham. He went, who? I was like, it's Jason Statham, but when you say it, you gotta say Jason Statham.
Statham. Because that's how he talks.
Yeah. In everything.
Wrath of Man.
Let's peep it. Post Malone in it.
And Josh Hartnett's in it. Andy Garcia.
I think that's Post Malone's acting debut. He ain't in it very long. Spoiler alert. I mean, of course, he's just kind of there for a minute. He's like, yo, I got these cheeseburgers, man. I got this mixtape.
It is available, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, yeah. It's out there.
And on Jason Statham's IMDb here, Untitled Guy Ritchie film in post-production.
Didn't Guy Ritchie do this one? He did.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's check it out.
This one coming up, this is the synopsis for it. Not Wrath of Man, but the Untitled one. An agent is recruited by a global intelligence alliance to track down and stop the sale of a deadly weapons technology that threatens to disrupt the world order. This is the fucking cast.
Sounds like a James Bond movie.
Yeah. It's got Jason Statham in it, Josh Hartnett, Aubrey Plaza, Carrie Ells, and Hugh Grant.
But yeah.
So
What's the
I
plot for
love
the
Guy
other one?
Ritchie. The Wrath of Man.
Yeah, what does that mean?
H. It says the plot follows H, a cold and mysterious character working at a cash truck company responsible for moving hundreds of millions of dollars around Los Angeles each week.
So, all right. Remember that clip we watched where that guy was driving the money truck
Yeah.
and they were trying to kill him in South
So
Africa? This is the movie. He kind of
This
looks
is
like
Adam.
him.
Yeah, yeah.
This is
Safe
the
'em.
movie. Josh Hartnett's in this one too.
Yeah, I like Josh Hartnett.
Yeah.
He was he in The
Josh Hartnett?
Gentleman? Yeah. Wasn't he in another Guy Ritchie film? Hold on. Pretty sure he was. I'm not thinking of Lucky Number 7
You
because
ain't
fuck that
thinking of
movie.
fucking the faculty either.
No, dude.
Surely he's done another one. I wish that IMDb next to the movie would tell you who directed it. When you're looking at their... He's in Tales from the Slit. Nah, that's a...
Is that a porn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tales from the Slit.
Is Statham in that one too?
I don't
know. I think we should watch that. What do you think, Trav?
I'm down to check it out. Just came out.
Sounds fun to me.
Well, little John Wick. It's got, it's just an over-the-top action movie.
Yeah.
But Guy Ritchie.
It's Guy Ritchie. Yeah, it's clever.
It's gonna be cheeky.
Yeah, cheeky bastard.
Yeah. Jason Statham.
He married Madonna though, so
they separated.
Oh, so he's good now. So
they got
that's
married.
why he made those shitty movies.
Yeah, he was like woke then, but
oh yeah,
they got married. She moved to the UK. All of a sudden, had a British accent. Do y'all remember when Madonna had a British accent? It's like, what are you doing?
She's been hanging around Statham too long. Yeah.
Here's the thing, though. If I move over there, dude, 6 months later, I'm not gonna have a British accent.
You'll pick up on their slang and their slur.
Pick it up, but
you know what I mean.
But it's kind of weird, isn't it?
Well, that's like people that move from up north down to where we live.
Oh, they pick it up.
They always sound northern to us, but when they
go back home, they're like, "You've been living in the South for a while."
Yeah, exactly, right. It's because they pick up our mannerisms. You know what I'm saying? Like our speech patterns, and because it's very different.
Yeah.
Especially Statham.
Yeah. So. Could you imagine him living in Huntsville? No, dude, fuck it. Put him on Skyline for 6 months.
After this is over, I've got to drop you something about Huntsville. We got to wrap this up so I can drop this real quick because you're gonna laugh your ass off.
Okay, I got something too.
What you got?
Well, we got to wrap it up. We're done.
All right.
Wrap a man next week. Jason Statham. Keep it real. Keep it rigid.
Check.
What?